Hey everyone, welcome to the season 11 MLTP snake draft. Um, I think we should be starting pretty close. This is Sleepy commentating with, I believe, Dope is coming right away and Snack. If I'm not
Hello.
mistaken.
Yep. All right. So we're gonna try and start up as soon as possible. As you can see, we have some of the captains in the lower left-hand corner saying they're here. A lot of confirmations. It's only 15 minutes past the time to start, so we're actually making good tag bro time, right? So yeah, hype for that. Anyway, here we go. Getting that ban in. On the snake draft, we've got almost all of the captains signing in. Don't know. We're not really getting a heads up from Turbo, who I believe will be running the snake draft solo, since, or at least if Private Major comes, since Protag's drafting for Private right now. So while we're starting, if you're in Twitch chat and you want to get some information to the captains, you can either comment it on Twitch, but they probably won't see, or you could just private message them. Do you guys have any big predictions for this draft?
No.
I don't think they're going to draft anyone.
Don't think that's actually a very big prediction. They're going to rely solely on free agency.
Yeah, I think that all the captains are going to realize that the real talent is in NLTP loans
Or
and
protesting minors.
call-ups.
Oh, that makes sense. I guess the idea that we'll just do away with minors. I guess that actually pans out if nobody drafts.
Yeah, think about it this way: if you don't draft anyone for minors, all the minors' talent falls to NLTP, and then you can loan the very best players up to play on your team. It's foolproof.
Hey, Dope.
What?
I don't have access to the Reddit live thread.
Oh yeah, I can help you out. Hold on. Come here.
All right. So as you can see, we're sorting some stuff out presently. But yeah, I think my I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see these first few picks. Of course, for Centra, it's going to be kind of boring since we're going to see CC and Curry draft themselves first. But then
predictions.
we'll also that's not really a bold prediction. That's a known commodity, I guess. But again, you're going to see a lot of Centra offense getting drafted as steals because of the lack of playing spots. As Bamboozler could have come in here and told you he was in here before. Other than that, I think we're gonna see a lot of rising talent from NLTP, like yours truly. You got a few captains that aren't captaining anymore, like yourself, Frozen, Ajax. A lot of people that really, really did well this past season in NLTP, and who Megatron, who went in the auction draft.
And Q42.
Q42 went in the auction draft. You're going to see a lot of upwards mobility. As for known commodities, I think people are sleeping on Dodge. I was in a trial with Dodge, and he was good. I'm surprised he wasn't gone in the auction, to be honest. But I think he'll be one of the first picks. If his availability is good, you never really know. I didn't really memorize the restrictions, so...
We also saw Renegade and Some Paul both play some majors minutes last season. I think they could be pretty early drafts here in this minors draft.
Absolutely.
I think, definitely for Renegade. I haven't seen Some Paul a lot, but Renegade definitely came through. People saw him coming through on a team that was struggling. I think people are gonna really notice that.
Not too sure if there's any available issues, but you could also see players like Wayne, Deadman.
Absolutely.
Both of them going pretty early.
And it looks
Not sure
like
why they were skipped over.
It looks like we have the first pick. It looks like Boost and Dynamo will select Jubs with the first overall pick in the Snake Draft.
Very cool.
I really like this pick. I think it's no secret that JJ really protects his. He kind of uses a keeper system even with no keeper points. He really loves his returning players, but Jubs is one of those known commodities that he'll just produce. So He did well in minors. When he had to fill in majors, he was doing that very well. And speaking of a known defender, here we have Break.
No surprise to see Break go here.
Two very strong defenders very early.
Yeah, I don't know. Break, he was traded from the Origin Ducks, I believe. He went to the meme team. Didn't really see a lot of time on the meme team, but, you can't really crack open a defense of Grief and Mr. Glass. He seemed happy to just be there. Oh, Frozen, here you go.
There we go.
Frozen
Congrats,
on the
buddy.
channel.
Frozen, or Sleepy rather, Frozen's dead. Sleepy rather gets drafted to Boats and Holds, Mr. Hat's team, and it's a good pick.
The quiet talker
Definitely
himself.
hard to argue with 80 caps and the 10 T-gas, so, definitely a good pick.
There you go, and you got your 80 caps thing in, so everyone.
Yeah, it's a new cap record. Not sure if anyone knew, but so.
He's big time, basically.
And we're just waiting on this next pick, but those 3 picks came in very, very fast. As
Yeah,
we'll
and don't
probably see
expect
that.
it to be that fast the entire draft.
Oh no.
We definitely know how these things work. Someone's gonna go AFK for like an hour or something like that. It's just bound to happen.
We'll see some captains who really had someone in mind, and then they'll get picked right before, and they'll have to scramble. It always happens.
Do you guys think the next Centra team up will take Wayne? He's the highest Centra player on the big board as of right now.
I didn't see exactly what he said, but I know he was saying something about his internet in the Twitch chat, so I'm not sure.
Oh look, JBB Holy Rollers. I'm going to the Holy
Hey,
Rollers.
Nice.
Hey, with back-to-backs Frozen JBB picks. It's like the New Pro Bowl all over again.
I'm bound to get picked next, right, guys? Right?
Ooh.
Someone draft me, please.
That's an oof.
Do you have any stats that you want to jerk yourself up to?
Oh man, it sucks because I split time, but like I'm also the most well-rounded ball, so that's also something I could slip in there.
Not the most valuable, though, right?
No.
All right, fuck J-Bay. I forgot to mention. There
All
you
right,
go.
I'm
Just
happy
put that
now. I'm gonna come back with hopefully I'll play with Megatron, and we're gonna tear up the league. We're gonna go from Nooper Ball to Mooper Ball. That's the deal.
It should be very interesting. So,
Oh.
Shout out
Fly
Megatron.
Molo is next up.
Here we go.
Shout out to
Good
the
pick.
lad.
So Catalyst comes by and swoops up Ghost Boosters alum Fly Molo. So congratulations to Fly.
And Catalyst has
She
said
deserves
that he likes drafting some of his former teammates, so not a huge surprise here.
Absolutely. And you know what? Catalyst already has played a season of defense with Fly. So that defensive partnership, since he is the NPCM, that's going to be legit. That's going to be a legit defense in the East.
Renegade, we were just talking about him.
There we
He's
go.
going to run into the thing.
I'm not sure how Lukemu got 2 first-rounders, but he's definitely cemented himself very, very good.
Yeah, I don't know about. I
So
feel like
that
Warts
was a-
Potato could definitely have gone farther than this pick, though. Which just it kind of makes me question, like, if he got 2 first-rounders, he could have definitely gotten like Renegade and another previous majors player, like Deadnan or Prism, etc.
Although it's hard to stick Deadnan. I believe he has some sort of restrictions, or else
Oh, my bad, I'm ignorant.
True, but also you're thinking about Mufro, former majors player, and Prism as well.
Yeah.
So I think Warp Potato, like Q42, he's ready for the next level. He held down probably one of the best defenses in the East in MLTP. So I think he's ready to make the jump. But who was do you know who Return of the Ping selected 5th in the auction?
I think
Dude,
they
the guy was
traded.
the trade.
Yeah,
Mackay.
Jiffer
All right.
Dude.
That's
It's
a
originally
legit,
Ballstar.
that's a legit defense. You got Warped and Dude Magai. If Dude Magai goes to minors, I think
No,
not only
they traded away Dude Magai to get a second first-round pick.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. That is interesting. Because I was thinking Warped and Dude Magai would be a stellar defense, but they're building up. I'm kind of surprised with that. I think Dude Magai would be have more value than both Renegade and War Potato. Nothing against them. I think Renegade, although I think Renegade is very undervalued here.
Okay, can someone help me reading this off? Actually, I don't want to have it read off on the stream. Turbo messaged me trades. So Snipe Hunt is trading round 1, round 3, round 5, and round 7 picks with Holy Seahawks right now. So
Okay, that's
Just
happening
so
right
long.
now.
Yeah.
Round 1, round
we have
3.
Holy Seahawks. So Oh, you don't have to repeat it.
I got you. I'm trying to visualize it. So Golden Gate Warriors will jump. That's interesting. I want to see the reasoning behind these trades because wait, what's
Well,
your
now
teams?
Snipe Hunt.
This
Now
was Snipe. Yeah.
Snipe Hunt and Holy Seahawks. So now Snipe Hunt has 2 second rounds. I just messed up.
Okay.
And now Holy Seahawks have 2 later rounds picks in the first. So I guess Doddsfall believes he can get someone later in the he doesn't need a first round draft pick necessarily.
Yeah. That is interesting. I'm sure Spheroid has a few picks where he's going for some targeted players. Did you say that he traded out of the first round?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
But he has a very first second round pick, so not that big of a deal.
Absolutely. So coming up with Holy Seahawks, Golden Gate Warriors, we have 2 Centra picks. They're picking themselves. Never mind. The next 3 picks that matter. No, wait. Holy Seahawks. This pick will be legit, and then it'll go down to 12 where he'll pick himself. So I think this is the time to bust out Wayne if he doesn't have availability issues.
Holy Seahawks is going to take Apocalypse, actually.
Apocalypse. That would be a very good pick as well. Oh, true.
I believe
You're
he
reading
has
from the Reddit
some
thread.
restriction on MLTP. I don't think you can play majors this season. I'm not sure, though.
That would be, a perfect pick for your 6th guy on the team, though, if you can't play majors. So, Apop, of course, he's winning. He won the Mooper Ball, rather. Oof. And he's ready to take to the next level. Unsurprisingly, Golden Gate Warriors takes Kyrie, as is in the rules. I think from here, if your ball's on parade, if you're balls on parade or the Eastern teams, actually looking at the board, Eastern teams will not get a pick after balls on parade until balls on parade will get another pick, and then not until I believe the 20th overall will they get another pick. So balls on parade pretty much has their selection of Eastern players here.
Yeah,
back
and
to back.
on round 7, so just update on Holy Seahawks, I believe they now have 3 picks within 5 picks of each other.
Ooh.
So that's kind of exciting for them, I believe.
Round 7 overall, or round 7 of the snake?
So they have 1 in round 7, or 2 in round 7, and then 1 in the very first pick of the 8th round.
So they must have been doing some deep scouting to try and secure, I don't know, a lot of people have been trying out NLTBB players or lower, I guess people with not a lot of exposure that were in NLTPA. So obviously if you make those trades, you surely have your eye on a few undervalued players. That's kind of even in evidence of good scouting if you trade all the way down to try and, of course you're elevating your top picks to get your known commodities, but...
Being a Centra team, it's possible that they're looking at some of these Centra players that a lot of the other teams wouldn't pick. There's only 3 teams that are really going to be looking at you if you're a Centra player, most likely.
Mm-hmm.
So they might be thinking that they can get value picks there.
Okay, let's see about these next few picks. We'll have Balls on Parade, Paul McCartney's team first. then Time Boy's team, Tears for Spheres, and then CC's team, Holy Seahawks, which will surely get CC.
Oh, now we actually have another trade. Balls and Parade trade 1st and 7th round picks to Holding Gate Warriors, and Holding Gate Warriors trade their 2nd and 4th rounds to Balls on Parade. So 1st and 2nd, and then 7th and 4th for Balls on Parade and Holding Gate.
Nice. All right.
So I think this works out well for Balls on Parade because we were just talking about how all these teams coming up for a while are Western teams picking. So Balls on Parade, despite trading their first round pick, will still have the next 2 Eastern picks.
Wow. Oh, you're completely right. They'll have...
Yeah.
Yeah, they basically traded down their 2nd round, or they traded their 1st round down to a 2nd round below their own pick. However, they jumped below 3 Centra teams, or 2 Centra teams and an Origin team. So none of the players, aside maybe Origin, have players within their player pool. So
Holding Gate Warriors, by the way, picked Wayne as the next pick.
That's a good pick.
So finally he'll be coming. Does he have some kind of availability issues or something?
I'm not sure. I should have if I have the restrictions form up, that's what I should have up. But yeah, that's a very good move by Paul McCartney, and also a good move by Curry, who kind of mutually benefits by skipping. Must have known that Wayne was going to go in these next 3 picks rather.
Assume. High caliber player with lots of experience like that.
Mm-hmm. I believe he was the one that was bouncing. I think he went to Ghost Boosters. Did he finish the season with Ghost Boosters?
I didn't follow minors too closely, to be honest.
Absolutely. Yeah. He was in majors for 200 minutes. He got a 7.69 OGASP. So he, with limited minutes, he did produce some sort of numbers. But if you're getting him in the 1st round or with your 2nd pick of the snake, that's a great value for Wayne. So Curry again showing how he's one of the better drafters in the West. Now, if you're looking at the sheet, if you're looking at the big board, you're thinking surely Prism, G-Man, Mufro go very soon, and Dodge.
Prism has some pretty big availability issues though. So.
That would make sense.
I just got told to sound happier, so I'll try doing that.
And Tears for Spheres, you can handicapped.
All right.
Not really familiar with that name.
Handicap,
that's
formerly known as True North, had a great novice season last season on offense. So,
yeah, that was interesting. He was kind of the second offender to Peanut or Pinaux.
Yeah,
I don't really know how to pronounce it, but
Peanut
is the correct pronunciation. Peanut tore the league up, was unavailable for the playoffs, and Andy Capped really stepped into that role, became the leading capper. He had a great season, one of the most high-powered offenses in the league. So and also he's performed very well in all of these nightly tournaments. And
he's also a no mic player, so it'll be interesting to see if he can do the same kind of thing that Protagonist did.
It's also true you're gonna want to pair him up with a talkative offender. And Snipe Hunt comes in with the pick of DT.
Another novice offender last season who got a ton of caps.
Honestly, he's totally underrated. DT is an absolute machine.
I tried out with him, and he's so pretty good.
Oh yeah, that was my god. The ball or nothing offense really just shakes me when I think about him. Just because DT and New Husky just have the ability to hold the flag forever, and next pick coming in, it's gonna be Ralph. But yeah,
Centra, I don't know.
all good players here. Ralph playing in minors. He did have limited minutes in minors, so I'm not sure what really caused that for last season. Put up an 8.23 DGASP though, so again, similar to the situation that Wayne had in majors. With GASP, it's very minutes oriented, so he put up pretty good numbers with limited minutes. Now we have Balls on Parade with the back-to-back pick.
Any predictions on who'd be going next? I'm a little surprised we haven't seen Fruitsy, Sam, a couple of really big offenders in there.
So now
And
we have Ball McCartney with the pick, and
he needs offense, I believe. So
I think at this point you got to go for Fruitsy. Fruitsy would be the pick right now.
I think people were kind of bitter about him last season, excuse me, with him kind of ditching his team. I think that was the case.
Yeah, I think him and Tiers had a little bit of a rocky relationship. I think,
say the least.
Yeah, they drafted him in the auction. That he was kind of expecting to play majors, but he got benched, and of course, that's not a great thing to go through as a player or as a captain, even to bench your auction draft guy. So they
didn't select Nufro and Maurice. So very, very strong offense between the two of them, I think.
Dang, Nufro and
if you
Maurice.
can convince, is Maurice playing offense or defense this season? Actually,
It's a good question.
what do you think of this?
I can check.
Maurice is playing defense/offense, so he'll be
Yeah.
primarily defense. But I'm sure if the team needs it, he'll be willing to switch.
So
Yeah,
if
that's
Maurice plays
side
defense
and-
with Q42 and then Mufro on own, that's already a very
Yeah,
good
Q40.
start between three players.
Mhm.
Absolutely. And Mufro has shown he's just. I mean, he's already no preparation, ready to take on a minors all-star role. So, surprised he wasn't taken before now, but they'll build a
Snipe
very,
Hunt
very
with
strong
the
team.
meme pick of Dance.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Now, Dance will be taken into Snipe Hunt.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to be dancing over that pick. Just very, very iffy.
Congratulations to Dance. He's he provides a very good team environment for anybody who picks him.
He'll be sure to provide great memes in the group me. But
He's honestly, I don't remember the last time I had a serious conversation with him over GroupMe, like about anything. It's all
Accurate.
memes.
Return of the Ping are going to go with the experienced Sunpaul. So I don't know too much about Sunpaul.
Sunpaul was, I believe, on Ghost Boosters as well. He got traded to Capper's Delight midway through the season, and he was just solid. He played a lot of majors time, even though people were wondering like where did this guy come from. He was on Black Flag season 6 and kind of like jumped up to minors and then majors. So Sunpaul, he's got a very high ceiling. That's the most important part. And if he's thrust into a starting minor spot, I'm sure he can excel.
I'm
This is
gonna.
his second season?
Either second, third.
Second or third?
I'm not sure though.
Second or third one.
Season
Uh,
for Sunpaul?
I believe third.
Third.
Third?
Oh, and Renegade just messaged me with the context. He has said that Renegade and Sunpaul are on the same USC team, so we've got some instant chemistry with the offense of Return of the Ping.
Very good.
Good
Uh,
stuff.
waiting on Marbles here.
Sunpaul played for 2 seasons. He played in NLTP before he played in MLTP
Really?
with Black Flag. Yep.
Huh.
Murballs will have the next pick, so I want to remind people that because of the trade, they now have Dude Magai as well as K-Pow already.
In the Snake, or for minors. K-Pow
Right.
and Dude Magai.
Right. They, despite not picking anyone in the Snake yet, they have 6 players because of the trade.
Huh. So honestly, if I'm them, I say go with Dodge.
I thought you were gonna say. Rip.
Oh, and they take Tro. I think there's a great pick. You've got honestly what Ferret's doing, I really like it. He's taking experienced, level-headed, intelligent players, and I think he's trying to build up a coaching core as well. I know being an NPC is pretty hard, but Troball has made sure that, I mean, he's very, very knowledgeable of the game, taught me everything I know about offensive D, so great pick by Ferret. Yeah, it's clear that the Murballs have sort of a strategy going in. They really want players that know what they're doing. and that have been around for a while.
And with their minors lineup potentially having Tro and K-Pow now, that's two players who haven't really played in a little while, but they're majors experienced, and they've both been majors captains as well.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we go to Catalyst's pick. Let's see who he will select. Now on the board, still have Prism. Still don't know about Deadnan. Someone should research his restriction. But also you have Fruitsy, you have Dodge. You have Remo Slice as well. So a lot of skill there for Catalyst to kind of pick from. Do you guys have sort of a roster sheet that you guys are going off of?
I'm just kind of trying to remember. Right now, Degrees of Freedom will have Fly Molo and Ballstar.
There's a roster sheet on the big board.
On the big board?
One of the tabs.
All right,
yeah.
I'm trying to look for it. Probably looks ugly on stream, but you guys are going to deal with it. This for my information. So Degrees of Freedom. They've right now got, okay. For their minors team, they've got Asdiff and they've got Flymolo. Both players that can play both.
It's not Asdiff anymore. There was a trade. It's Ballstar.
Ballstar, okay.
Yeah, Asdiff is on Snipe Hunt.
Snipe Hunt, okay. They have Ballstar and Flymolo.
Right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
Who would be a good pick here now? I haven't heard from Snowball. I think he skipped a season, but he only played 40 minutes in minors apparently. But he was very good. I believe with the Reptiles. I think he won a Merball with them.
I don't know. I know he was on Merballs the season that I played minors 2 seasons ago, and he was pretty good.
Gotcha. So now we're still waiting for that Catalyst pick. And we are on the clock here. Now going through, I'm gonna look through this big board. A lot of good talent here. I know. I wish they put. I wish the restrictions were kind of in a location that I don't know. It's easily accessible instead of just like on a separate sheet. But I know that Baldassi is not playing minors. I think he's restricted from Sunday and Monday. I think. I think BC is restricted to 1 game. So we're obviously going to see a lot of. Stuff like that, like players who are ranked high on the big board, high talent players, but they are unavailable apparently due to daily availability. As you can see, BC checked off Sunday through Saturday as unavailable, so obviously he's going to get restricted.
Just some other players like FXU and Tiger who have minors experience as well, who could slip through for that reason.
Classic.
Dope. Did someone say dope? I don't know if anyone heard that.
You're gonna have to scroll a little bit to find you on the big board, though. Dope.
Yeah. Rough.
Grim. Although, I mean, you gotta publicize yourself. Minors 7.37 gasp and almost a 9.0 gasp. You gotta post Mimi comments on the sub. You'll get your draft stock rising.
I don't know. I'd rather go underrated and then just go late and then just, I don't know, pop out like 90 caps in a season. True. I can pull LeBron 100.
Get into those triple digits. Oh, here we go. Fruitsy is selected by Catalyst. We were just talking about him. Now, seems a little bit late for Fruitsy, but he was bouncing around between minors and majors. Finally settled into minors, one of those 200 minutes players, but had his fair share of caps there.
Here's another former teammate of Catalyst, so we see a theme with his picks so far.
Absolutely. It's interesting to go down these lists and see how many players have been on the Ghost Boosters franchise before. It's just such a long-running franchise that kind of like spans out. And Catalyst has already picked 2 former Ghost Boosters, and Fly and Fruitsy already have that sort of that chemistry. And the next pick comes in. Liberty Caps CB's team is going to select D-Star. I like this pick. D-Star did great on the Origin Ducks. He got a 9.770 gasp. So, I think this is even a steal, even in the second round for D-Star. Yeah, I like this pick. Next pick is Kate Earl, MD. Going to Mr. Hat. Kate Earl, obviously, he was on the meme team. Very technically sound player. He kind of rotated a little bit, but he did still put up a 9.37 DGASP. I know they had a lot of defenders on that team. So he's going to return back to D. Completely skipped over novice, but he's got the skills to back it up. So another good pick here. So now my next question here, and we're going to see it here. Poppy, taking a season off. How low do you think he's going to get drafted based on that? How much is that going to hurt him?
I think probably not too much, honestly. I think people know he's really good.
I don't know if he went to tryouts at all. If he didn't, I could see him potentially falling to 4th or 5th round. But
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I mean, of course he's gonna get picked, but he's always had the skills. And now the next pick is Ajax coming into the Holy Rollers.
Mm-hmm. It's your D partner, buddy, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're assembling the crew.
Of course you like the pick, you're biased.
True. Although I am frustratingly positive on my draft stream.
That's very true.
But yeah, Ajax, I would say, second best defense in NLTP, behind the Balladega one. We could throw in the Soviet Ballers somewhere else. But Ajax and Project just really tore it up. And JJ, in classic JJ fashion, taking the double Euro. Sam and Kucherbar.
Good picks,
That's not a
though.
surprise at all.
Yeah, I mean, these are players who have done well in American minor leagues before, so good picks.
I agree. It was just very JJ of him to just pick them back to back. But yeah.
Oh, sure.
Euros are always, I guess Euros are underrated. But again, they're always underrated because of availability and practice concerns. But I think Sam and Kucherbar falling this low is kind of I don't know. It's he's definitely getting them for value, but we'll definitely see. I know the Holy Rollers tried a similar thing last season where they drafted tons of Euros and it did
not
quite work out. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see this now. I think JJ's had some success with getting Euros to show. I know he has very early practices.
Yeah,
Which,
he had
of
a
course-
tryout at 2 p.m. Eastern earlier. So,
Gotta get the Euros there.
but I'm kind of concerned for if Kucherbar's defense. They have their 3 first minors picks are defense primarily, and then Sam's offense. So I imagine they're going to be getting an offender next. But
That's interesting.
That's not something most captains do. They usually alternate or something like that. He's going for 3D in a row.
Yeah. And looking on my sheet, Kucherbar did sign up as both.
Oh, okay. I thought
But
he's
yeah,
primarily
he does
defense.
play D. He primarily does play D, so it'll be interesting to see what he goes to. He might just switch to O. Of course, when you're playing with high ping, it's easier to go O, in my experience with, either me playing ELTP that one season I did, or Euros coming over and playing minors or novice, it's just a lot easier to go because you can kind of make yourself a juking pattern. You can kind of dictate where the flag goes if you're a flag carrier. You can dictate the play. You can be more creative with high ping. Meanwhile, on defense, you just have to respond. You have your own creativity, but you do have to respond to the other person's play, and that's hard to do when you're 200 milliseconds behind. All right, so we're waiting for the next pick. We've got the Holy Rollers back on the board. They should be drafting an offensive player, surely. And we'll see who they take. I'm just scanning. Who would work good with Megatron?
This should be the PK pick. Reunite PM and PK.
Dope.
Get the Tantru pick in.
Oh man.
That'd be next level.
1 sec, my team is being toxic. Class. Dang, Curry throwing. No pun intended. No pun intended.
All right, so we will be waiting on this Holy Rollers pick. And we've taken 2P1S. Wow. So taking the Sentra talent out of Sentra. I do like it. 2P1S has no problem at all playing on Radius. I saw him in tryouts. He was doing very well. So yeah, and he's got tons of experience. This is going to be his first shot in minors in a while, and he just deserves it.
So he actually played 250 minutes of majors back in season 8, but since then hasn't been back into the minors majors system. So
Bright wants me to say hello, friends, according to the Twitch chat.
hello.
So hi. Actually, don't have friends.
Hello.
So that's the issue.
All right, let's go back, and Mr. Hat has chosen Deadnan.
And we're seeing the Europeans start to roll in full force.
Absolutely, you gotta get those Euro picks in. Deadnan, of course, when he shows up, when he's focused, definitely one of the most skilled offenders. Knows how to make things happen. So.
Shout out to G-Man yelling "pick dope" in the chat. Thanks, Dad.
Speaking of G-Man, where is the G-Man pick?
Yeah, seriously, I'm kind of surprised. So,
I mean, if you're trying to draft a good minors team, why not draft someone who's, tore it up in minors 2 seasons in a row? Jeez. I mean, yeah, you gotta take away his Reddit account, but
shout out to David Kell 1212.
Looks like we have the Zen Whisper pick in for Liberty Caps.
That's
Former
a great
teammate
pick.
of mine, good defender, played minors last season, so he's really still up and coming in the minors system.
Zen is just so easy to play with. Like, if you're playing D with him, he'll cover your bases. He'll get the returns. You'll be freaking out because you let him by, and Zen's just coming right in with the return. So great pick by Liberty Caps.
I played against Zen. I played against Zen in a tryout, and he was just so hard to play against.
Degrees of freedom taking Catalyst, big shocker.
Wow. Yeah,
I didn't see that one coming. Very risky pick.
Controversial pick.
I have no idea if he's going to show up all season. Have him to play with Fatal? I don't know. Seems grim.
So, yeah.
I don't know what the story is of why he gets to pick himself 3rd round. Do we know that?
Case by case, probably.
Yeah, I think so. I think they just decided he was 3rd round.
I mean, it kind of makes sense. Although that is that's a good round to get. As a playing captain, you always have a leg up if you get drafted in like the third or later rounds, just because you're going to show up, you're going to be decent. Besides any major ping difficulties, and it looks like we'll have Ferret taking PK Subal with that 30th overall.
This is what everybody really wanted to know: is where's PK gonna end up after not being captain anymore? Merballs, turns out.
There we go, and he'll do well. He'll do well in those Merballs.
So everyone they've drafted has been a captain at some point, even if it's only been for like a week. They've got K-Pow, they've got Tro, they've got Dude Magai, and PK. All been a captain.
You gotta get those captains picking. It's the Lil Nenko of MLTP teams.
Got Dodge coming in for Return of the Ping. Strong pick.
Great pick.
Very interesting. Dodge was very high up on the big board. Number 73, gone pretty late. So
I'm very hot on Dodge after I played with him in a tryout. He was just great.
Yeah, he's a very solid player. So
yeah.
Good value on that pick. Still not Poppy. It'd be really interesting to see who picks him. I think he could be really risky, but a really good pick. Like, if he shows up, he's consistent, and he actually cares about the season, he'd be a very good pick around this point. And I think now is about the time where you start taking risks on players like that.
Yeah.
Central teams coming up. Expecting to see Bamboozler soon for sure. Putting up 7,120 seconds a hold, I believe.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna be he's gonna be a hot commodity here with these Central teams. I don't know. Usually CC takes the role of primary offender, but I think he'll have no problem adjusting to work with Bam.
Bam's a very, I'd say he can support any offense pretty well, so he just holds for days, so shouldn't be a problem. Genesis is also Central, I believe, right? So that pick should be coming very soon.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we've seen a lot of offenders. Maybe,
Yeah, but I'm saying he's the support king, so I think he sounds okay with playing support if he has to.
I'm feeling like I'm seeing a lot more offenders being taken, but I could be wrong. Like so far,
I can see that.
I haven't really noticed that personally. It
like
seems
Holy
pretty
Rollers
even.
Holy Rollers and Boost and Dynamo like taking primarily defense, but I don't know.
I think
Looking at the Western,
the first round was a lot of defense. I think you're spot on with the fact that there's a lot of O going in the Western. I think there's a big talent pool there, and especially with the amount of Western O captains, they're trying to get their offense before it kind of dips down.
Who's Hard Gaming Network in the chat? Saying my face when I played 3 straight seasons of majors. And
That's
That's gonna be Prism.
That's Prism? Okay.
Makes sense though. I don't see why he's not drafted. I was expecting him to go somewhere in the auction, not like very high, like he was last season, but surely with a 0 tag coin pick, and now we're in the 3rd round. It's kind of a head scratcher. He's not gone yet. It's not like he's kind of declined that much. Even he's played very well in nightly tournaments, and he's still not picked. Same with G-Man. I don't really understand.
He wanted to minors as well, so that's kind of interesting. Like, he doesn't even want to play majors, so it should be interesting.
Yeah.
I guess.
So we're gonna see a lot of picks that if you gave this draft, this draft list to the season 10 captains making that draft, I think they'll be a little bit confused, since you have a few people that went super high, like Poppy, like Remo, like who else? Absolutely Prism.
Remo can't play
they're just
between
not picked
Tuesdays
yet.
and Saturdays though, so that could be an issue.
Wait, who?
Like, Remo can't play between Tuesdays and Saturdays, so I assume some teams are kind of just like, I assume they'd be questioning his commitment. Probably.
Absolutely, yeah.
For some of these players, it's got to be
Yo,
more
JB, do you
about.
wanna?
Yeah.
It's got to be more about
Can you
how
play
they're
music?
perceived as a teammate than how they are as a player. I mean, G-Man, it's not going to be about how good he is. It's about, he's definitely seen as a toxic player.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, JB, can you play music in the background? Oh, only if no copyright. Oh, my bad. Yikes.
Global asked for her sign up to be removed, apparently. So that's interesting.
Wait, what?
That's what Turbo was saying. Squibble asked for her sign up to be removed.
Ah.
So that would be why she's not drafted yet. I was kind of wondering about that.
Hey, Ball God.
She definitely has the skill to,
Mm-hmm.
That's very interesting. I hope it wasn't, I guess, some of the comments that were being made about her. That would be a shame.
This draft is going very slow. Waiting still for
Yes,
Holy
it
Seahawks.
is.
Did we mention the Bamboozler pick?
We did not.
Bamboozler pick.
Oh, Holy
There we
Seahawks.
I don't
go.
know
That's,
much about him.
that's a great pick there. CC obviously thinking he can play some very good offense. That's gonna be one of the best offenses in the league if you got CC and Bam. And I'm
Should be very good.
expecting them to hold a lot.
Yeah, it's a pretty good team. But there's a lot of offense on that team.
Yeah.
He has 5 O picks in a row. Dang. Okay. We'll move on. Let's see how it pays off for him.
I'm assuming Golden Gate Warriors probably had their eye on him, so it'll be interesting to see who they pick now.
My next question is, Magic Pigeon. Where do you think he goes? He's a Euro player. No Mike. No
Look at
Mike in
his
Euro.
Monday availability. Not
Oh,
there.
no Monday availability.
Yep.
Interesting. Magic Pigeon
So
or MP.
Magic.
Oh,
He will not be playing minors this season.
I don't want to sound like an owl if I said who one more time. Who?
You don't want to sound like a bird, like a magic pigeon.
He's a very skilled player, but he's got. I kind of wish he wasn't restricted because he's got the two like draft tank labels, meaning he's Euro and Michaelis. So that's kind of like 7th round territory, even though he has the skills of a 3rd rounder or a 2nd rounder, or even a 1st rounder, just because he's a very jukey player. He knows how to slide in,
I was definitely looking forward to seeing Magic Pigeon, so sad not to see him for
Wonder
sure.
if he'll go MLTP.
An LTP? Likely, I would assume. People complaining about my Magic Pigeon joke already, so go
I'm
fuck
actually
yourself.
really curious to see if I'm drafted today. Because I feel like some reputation of being like a little toxic in games. Toxic. Like when I think of toxic, I think of actually I'm not gonna call out anyone and out anybody, but I didn't really go to many tryouts, and so I'm curious to see if that like affected me, because I played minors last season with like the better offenders in minors with G-Man. He had like 60 caps or whatever. So I'm curious to see if like that goes unnoticed in comparison to like stats, where people have like 9 and above gasps or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
or the players that have been inactive for a few seasons, like Poppy or Remo Slice, in comparison to like those players. Or if I'm not even gonna get drafted for ALTP.
Golden Gate's Warriors, it looks like they picked Cuckoo.
Cuckoo. All right, here we go. Usually you just say cuckoo. I kind of like. He's a very good pick. Of course they're having spelling issues, Keck. But I don't think he's not even gotten like a really really good shot in NLTP. So it's gonna be interesting him going to minors. I'm sure he's one of those prospects that Curry has set his mind on. But technically, I've played a few pubs with him. He's been great, and another thing is he could play on mostly any server. He's been a Sphere player as well, so it's a good pick.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think he's
7.6
pretty good.
T-gasp, 3.92 O-gasp, and 5.84 T-gasp, so he's pretty low down there in terms of stats, but
Yeah.
Twitch raising their cuckoos.
obviously
Yeah, raise your cuckoos.
Curry is seeing something in Cuckoo that isn't shown in stats, so Should be interesting to see how he does in minors.
And there we go. This is the VZ pick. Ball McCartney going for the known commodity VZ.
Dang, I'm surprised he thought.
Absolutely.
Far,
Very
actually.
old player. He's 6 seasons, I believe. He took 1 season off, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm not sure. I thought he played last season, but I could be wrong. But either way, he's been very good. I remember, what was it, 2 seasons ago, in an all caps trade, he was a big piece of that trade. And I remember Fly saying that she organized it so that VZ would get taken off of the all caps minor squad. I think that was the trade for Death Pickle. But he was just dominant in minors that season, and from his stats, it looked like he played very well last season with a 9.20 GASP.
Can I interrupt you
65
quick?
minutes too, so.
I'm kind of surprised Genesis has not been picked yet, or G-Man as well.
And there we go. There's the Prism pick. It was late enough, and he
Looks
will
like he
be
will
going.
not be a minor, so.
He will be going to a Centra team. As a Pennsylvania player, it's a little bit of a question, but I mean,
Yeah,
if you're
it's odd.
tiers and you can get Prism in the the 4th round, end of the 3rd round,
That's a good pick, yeah.
amazing pick
Yeah,
right
that's
there. I don't know if every other captain had like a kind of an agreement to not pick Prism for whatever reason. But
Don't start
geez,
rumors or anything.
How did he go so
Chill.
low?
Do you guys think when JJ's pick comes around, do you think he's going to be taking someone like the Don Daddy or another Euro, or do you think he's going to go?
I think
'Cause I feel like
Don
he's the
Daddy has
only-
some availability concerns that
I think
like.
you can't go
Yeah,
full Euro.
I don't
Yeah.
think he picks
Just did
another
last
Euro
season.
right away.
He did
Yeah.
last season, so I mean,
He did, or I don't think he did full
it
Euro,
was
but
mostly Euros, yeah.
mostly Euros. But of course, there's places where that can go downhill.
As someone who
Um,
picked a lot of Europeans in novice, like one of the big things is some of them are going to show up, and usually the ones who do show up play pretty well, but you just kind of don't know about it. And I know Don Daddy was someone who didn't show up until the playoffs, I believe, in ALTP when he played. If I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken, I could be remembering that wrong, but there's definitely a lot of risk that comes with drafting them. So
If I'm JJ, I don't know who I pick. Although I am surprised on the West Coast, Gramps has not been taken yet. I am surprised. And here we go. The next 2 picks for Snipe Hunt will be Project and Aaron, formerly Aaron. Both very good.
I don't want to die right now.
Snipe Hunt going with the entire NLTP team, it looks like.
I just want to say that Ron's not even good. He just gets a lot of pups.
Isn't that a good thing, though?
I think I have faith in this team. I mean, when you pick, this is the thing. You got Dance as your primary offense, and then
Didn't Dance and Project play together before?
No, that thing. Oh no, yes, you're right. Project was on Dance's season 6 MLTP team, so definitely going
It's-
for. I'm sure Dance will love that pick. Then he's in love with Project.
In other news, I'm not saying this as G-Man's ex partner, but I'm really surprised he has not been taken. Like he
Same.
had top 10 caps last season
Get the
in comparison
10
to like NLTP players and stuff like that I guess shine there. But I feel like as a captain, I'd go for players that shined in a higher league already. I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe I'm crazy.
When you
I
get
feel
the
like
when you
that's
get
always-
the when you get the 10-0 gasp, it's kind of a head scratcher. He's not gone in the 4th round, but at the same time,
Sorry, did someone say 10 Ogas?
Yeah.
I mean, at the same time, I figure a lot of captains' rationale is that they're going to have to, putting it in the nicest way possible, captain harder by picking G-Man.
Honestly, though, as someone that played on his team, he's not even like outwardly toxic to people unless it's like on the subreddit and there's no punishment to the captain or the rest of the team with that. Like he doesn't see punishment from those things. And maybe the CRC will be different this season, I don't know. But I don't think, like as a player that played with him and a teammate with him, there's no like effects on me from what he did or said. And he's actually really nice in game. Like honestly, I was probably like, I don't know what I was gonna say after that, but he's not really like, he doesn't call you out in game, and he's not like what you think of as toxic. in my
Absolutely.
opinion.
I agree. But also speaking to the other side as someone who's had to, in novice league, coach a lot of people who have been outwardly interesting on the sub, it's still kind of a hassle. So I guess people are deciding to save themselves. But at the same time, like you said, there's got to be a point where the 10 OGASP has to overcome whatever concerns you have, especially if he's, fine in game. So again,
honestly, yeah, I think if you want to win the Mooper Ball, you're going to win it by skill and not I don't think someone's toxicity or whatever is going to affect their skill as much as if they're tilting, I guess, which I guess can be seen and taken into consideration. But I didn't really see that. Chase Jam Miners was a good team last season, even with two argued toxic offenders like me and G-Man. People have that reputation, reference us as that.
I think, yeah, I completely agree. I think it definitely depends on how you're playing in game, though. And if like what you said, G-Man is perfectly fine in game, I think then there's no excuse to not take him at this point. That being said, if they flip the switch, and I think team channel mentality is something that's very underrated in the draft, and that's why teams like Base Gods or Ghost Boosters last season just kind of teetered out. Just because
for sure.
You do have to keep up the team atmosphere. Of course, it's preferable if you have a core of personality that helps that.
On another subject, Tears for Fears taking quite a while to take their pick. I think they're just looking at who's available for West right now. I'm not really seeing many people that stand out. Maybe Genesis. I don't understand why he's not been taken, but if I were Tears for Fears, that's who I'd be going for right now.
Yeah, Genesis. She got the 10 DGASP in.
Oh, is that a girl?
Novice. Yeah.
Okay. Did she just come out of nowhere? I just saw her getting the 10 all gas last season.
She was formerly known under a different name.
Okay. Also, another name that, speaking of girls, Eldon, I think she's a good pickup if she signed up.
Absolutely. And obviously you have to take into account that Eldon was carrying Jado's scrubby ass, so
True.
that definitely inflates her draft stock.
Yeah, and she's super far down on the big board, which I think is definitely, pretty poor judgment on whoever placed her there.
All Eldon had to carry Jado through was an easy schedule, so...
Does anyone else strength of schedule? Going back to the big board, I think another player that has been overlooked slightly for personality concerns is Beast Mode.
Yeah.
I was playing in tryouts with him, and he was just a commander out there. He's mentally skilled, even if he's... Obviously, there's always going to be a better flag carrier than you as an offender.
He's mentally skilled, even if he's mentally slow, I think is what you were going to say.
Wait, what?
He's mentally skilled, even if he's mentally slow, I believe is what you were going to say.
He's mentally skilled in game, but yeah, he really does know. He's been around the block. He knows how to support, and I remember I was playing a tryout with him and Sunpaul, and they complemented each other perfectly. Sunpaul had the offensive technical ability. He could get out of base. He was slightly quiet. Beast Mode really talked it up, told everyone what was happening, set up plays, and that's what you got to have. Every time you have sort of a quiet, skilled player, you're thinking your Sunpauls, your Fatals, your I'm sure there's more handicapped. You have to have your support player, your Tantru, your Beast Mode. So I'm surprised he has not been taken yet.
And we still have Lou on the board. He's done very well.
Are we still waiting for someone
on offense? Yeah, we're still waiting on Time Boy, I think. But Lou, I think he had a 9.4 DGAS or offense gasp last season on Ball to whatever I'm high team.
Baltazars, I guess. I still don't know the pronunciation. I streamed 5 games.
Baltazars. Okay. But I'm kind of surprised he's not been taken. He's definitely one of the nicest guys I know, and he's very, very skilled. I think he's really got it all to
got a very
provide
deep
for a good
voice as well.
starting position. Yeah, his voice. Yep. Very. Let's take that into consideration.
I believe he has the NLTP weekly hold record. Yeah, let's get that Tantru pick in.
He doesn't even have to play from the bathroom anymore. So.
That's a game changer, actually.
Yes.
The fact that he's not playing from the bathroom.
True story, actually. I feel like people are just thinking we're memeing, but we're not. Actually had to play from the bathroom at some point. Turned on the shower. Yep, true thing.
Oh, man.
It's such, like, honestly, if you said that about anyone else, you'd think it's a joke. But if you say it about Tantru, just, like, people don't really question it as much. I just, I don't know why. It's such a Tantru thing to do.
I played.
I love you, Tantru, by the way.
Captain 2 seasons with Tantru, and it's been a ride. But he always brings it on game day, unless it's raining. And he's just an amazing player all around.
What's the story behind that?
Oh,
is there a story?
So yeah, he give me 1 second. I'm getting messaged.
You're forgiven.
I'll just say, looking at the big board, some of the other Western players we haven't seen go yet are Bali.
Oh, Bali's not available on Mondays, I think.
Oh, I don't know those things. Team.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Gramps, Joe Hobo, who went up to minors mid-season last season. So Carp as well. So there's several players with minors experience still who are available.
Is Bali the same person as Baldashi / H?
H, yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, I did see his restriction.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday off.
That's going to be a rip for Baldashi.
I guess Time Boy is trading. This
would be a good thing to do, not right now.
Yeah. Oh, man, he left before I could tell the Tantru story. I've got tons of Tantru stories. He's a real character. I really want to play with him again. All right. Looking down in the draft as well, you have Dubstep as well. 9.920 gasp, 9.88 T gasp, coming from 21 Juke Street. I wonder if, of course, Dubstep's not like an OG 21 Juke Street like when Catalyst was there, but do you think Catalyst will be like, it was 21 Juke Street last season?
I don't think so. He certainly could still draft Dubstep, but it wouldn't be because of any 21 Juke Street connection.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a little while since he's been strongly involved in that franchise. Same with me.
Yeah. All right, so now we are still waiting. Oof. The other team is canceling the trade. Classic.
Oh boy. Right. If we are looking at other 21 Juke Streeters available, there's Crook and Snack, certainly. The Bob 18.
Dope.
You weren't on 21 Juke Street?
Oh, I just came into the channel and wanted to cough.
That's why you're a piece of shit.
Here's the tragic thing, though. On the big board, there are 3 people around me that have been crossed out. And I'm just, like, alone by myself and amongst all of them.
Unfortunately, you were sandwiched between the Soviet defense. But yeah, I agree. With your stats, you should be already gone. I wonder if they'll take you with G-Man, keep the partnership together.
We'll see. And there goes Genesis.
There it is. Definitely a great pick by Tiers. They were trying to trade to get rid of that pick, but at the same time, I don't know if Genesis would be there after these next few picks. So,
also, the highest person on the big board right now, Young Sinatra, I think he has availability. But the next highest person is G-Man. So, and then there's Snowball as well. So, interesting.
So if you look at the Tiers roster, it looks very strong. You've got your first 4 in Jork as the 5th ball, but also playing minors, I guess. Handicapped is next, Ralph, Prism, and Genesis. Genesis will round out the team, and she won't even be a starter, which is interesting. It's hard to get the 10 D-gasp and not start, but I guess that's what's happening. And
Actually, I mean, considering the fact that they have 3 offense on that out of those 5, so I'm not sure if there would be some mix-ups with that, though.
Very possible.
Yeah, I mean,
Ooh, and Balls on Parade have selected FUCK. FUCK had... Oh, I hope I didn't close out my sheet. FUCK had a very good season on Cap and Crunch. He partnered with S, who, honestly, if I was to have like an experienced O partner to get me with, it would be S. But FU put up great numbers. I could scroll to them, but I know he did very well. And I believe they just missed out on the playoffs, but it wasn't due to him at all. He played very well. So it's a good pick there by Balls on Parade.
they should have another pick coming up back to back here.
Thick Shade.
And we've got Tanador in the chat, just realizing why FUCK is named FUCK. Classic.
I thought that Thick Shady wasn't signed up.
Same, I thought he withdrew as well, but he is on the big board still. He is.
That's interesting. He actually told me today that he was not signed up.
Get done. Get done, Paul McCartney. So it looks like we'll take that pick back. But at the same time, Thick Shady probably would have been gone before this, considering he had the 90-something Danish. So, talking about nonstop and group me. Jesus Christ.
Really the only player I can take credit for drafting in their first competitive season.
That's true. And then, you know what happened.
What's that?
Well, I mean, if you're thinking about Season 5B teams, like in the playoffs and stuff.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's something else right there, huh?
We've got Bamboozler in the channel.
Ooh, Bamboozler's in the house.
Hey, I was just gonna talk about that Thick Shady pick. He's on the big board because he's still signed up technically, but I guess Private Major didn't remove him.
Yeah, I don't think he removed him, but
GG.
what are you gonna do? He did.
Disclaimer: my big board is fine.
True. Nothing is Bamboozler's fault. It's all the MLTP people's fault.
Yep, blame them for everything.
All right, here we go. Balls on Parade now have another pick, and Thick Shady will be removed.
So how's everybody feel where they've gone so far? I guess actually Sleepy's gone, so.
I feel good. We're still waiting on the team that'll steal away Dope.
Probably not happening. Never.
No, it will. I mean,
Don't give me false hope.
surely you go. I mean, you got almost a 9 O-gasp. Jeez. In 238 minutes, that means who do you rotate with?
G-Man, Keith Stone.
There we go. It's a good offense.
Yeah. And then there's like Trippy, Fuzzy, Jorge on defense. I feel
probably
like I'm
got-
forgetting someone.
You probably got all the Origin minutes. Keith Stone got the Sphere ones.
It doesn't really matter what server, I think. Actually. Oh, there's Wobblet there too. BG for a while. Exile when he showed up.
And Balls on Parade do select Q Breezy. Q Breezy, I remember one of my first competitive experiences, I was on a bad USC team, a bottom tier one, and we played 4 Kings, and Q Breezy rocked our shit. So he's obviously a good vet. He's got tons of degrees. He's got good experience. I don't know if he played last season or not, but he's definitely a solid pick there. And there we go.
Yeah,
Snipe
Q Breezy's real quiet player.
Yeah, that's true. Snipe Hunt will get Fuzzy with this next pick. And you could probably talk more about Fuzzy since he was on your team.
Yeah, definitely a very quiet player. He played with Trippy most of the time. Definitely just really reliable. I'm really surprised he went this far. Actually, I kind of forgot he was signed up.
It looks like a lot of captains did too. And now Return of the Ping will take their back-to-back picks, thank God, with no wait. Rexer and Manbear. Now
Manbear is a name that I kind of forgot about, actually.
Yeah, Manbear is kind of a question mark since I believe he had taken a season off. He was formerly Majors experienced, but was that... What team do you think was he on?
He was Holden Gate.
Holden Gate, okay.
And then also Cappers, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And then he took his season off. He moved, I think, across the country.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff going on for him. I actually met him at a meetup. He's a pretty cool guy.
Interesting. That was probably, that's up in Seattle?
Yeah. We met up at UW with me, Iron Ball, and him.
Oh, nice. And the next pick there is also Rexer, who made his break into minors last season and did fairly well. He's definitely a very technically skilled player. I remember requesting him for season 6 of Novice after he was in ALTP, but he decided, I believe he went to 21 Duke Street? Something like that. But his premier season in minors went pretty well, so it kind of makes sense for him to go here.
So I don't know if I should say anything or not, but CC has told me that I'm going to be playing defense this season.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Well, you guys were talking about how they selected so many offenders, right?
Uh-huh.
And I actually tried out for defense on his team at a tryout during the week, and I did okay, so I guess I did well enough to start minors defense this season.
That's interesting. So, congratulations first off. But second off, wow, your concerns about Centra O are correct, I guess. The fact that you're getting drafted defense. I'm surprised.
I think actually the season flip-flopped where there was actually more offenders signed up for Centra than there were defenders.
No, yeah, that's what I was talking about. You were talking about how
yeah.
there was very little spots.
Yeah. Especially after CC took, he took Thad, Hark, BDL, and I mean that takes 3 Centra spots right off the bat, straight out of there. So I can only assume that CC's playing O with Hark on. I don't know yet. They haven't told me exactly what's going on, but okay. All I know is I'm playing defense.
So now we just kind of wait, tick by the rounds, wait for Degrees of Freedom to pick. My next question is, when are they going to get the Campus Hippo pick in?
Oh, that's definitely got to be the last pick.
Got to be the last pick. Absolutely. Let's see who has the last pick. Boost and Dynamo. No, JJ won't do that.
Nope, JJ won't do it.
Unfortunate.
Well, that might not even be the last pick. They may decline to continue picking. So
yeah, very possible.
We'll see who actually gets the last pick and what is taking so long with these picks.
Yeah, I'm surprised. You know what? I'm gonna let you guys commentate. I'm gonna get another monster.
You have fun with
that. When we die because we don't have J-Bay to lead us. J-Bay, come back.
Oh, we got a pick. It's beast mode to Catalyst.
In before.
Is that the beast mode?
The beast. He's pretty good though. Actually, I'm not really sure what team he played on last season. But I remember playing him in NLTP. His team did really well at gate registration. He was with D-Star, who went earlier. Jules would like to say stream. So go for it. Hello? Jules?
You're cutting in and out.
Brought to you by JBay TV, a message from Jules. Any day now.
When she unmutes herself, you will get a message.
Da 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 da. Alright, well.
My face we're about to get another pick before she does anything.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, here we go.
Here it comes.
Oh, that's what she said.
Huh?
Wow. I said here it comes, and she said
Or maybe
that's
that's
what
what
she
she said. The her.
Thanks.
Ha.
Are you gonna say your message or?
Guess not.
Guess not. All right.
No balls.
Can I say it for her? Was that a yes?
Yes.
All right, Jules. What Jules wanted to say was "fuck PK," and now it's been said.
Honestly, that really goes without saying.
True.
All right, I'm back. What did I miss?
Fuck PK.
Just
Yeah,
talk
you
about
missed-
our fetishes for PK.
Ooh.
Specifically,
Yeah, fuck
Jules.
PK.
Oh, there it is. Ooh, we got
the
a
Tyrant
finally got a
come-
pick. Holy rollers coming in with the Tyrant.
We've got that Tyrant pick on. Nice.
So true.
Okay, so I was just thinking about the mannequin challenge. I don't know if you guys know what that is.
I do not.
So basically, at like football games or at schools, it's kind of a popular thing. It's like a trending thing right now, where people record the people around them, and all the people around them will just be standing in one position. And so there will be things like at football games, people cheering, but they're like kind of frozen, so like they're mannequins. And I was just thinking about the fact that someone should do a tag pro one, and then I looked on the subreddit as that thought came to my mind.
Bosun holds, took
And
monkey
it's been
D.
done. Snowball.
Oh, there goes Snowball. Finally.
Yeah, it's that snowball.
There we go. Someone very high in the big board.
Yeah.
Yeah, he made a quitting post in the offseason, so I think there's questions about his dedication.
At this point, though, I think you got to take a risk, and when you got a defender who could do that good,
Yeah,
am
when
I
you're,
right?
when you're
Is he-
filling out depth picks,
He's a
you
central
gotta...
player, though, right?
I'm not sure.
Pretty sure he's a
Snowball?
central player.
Snowball is 71 to 80 between Centra Sphere and Origin, and 61 and 70 on Radius, so he would be a Radius player.
Oh, okay.
What I think is interesting, we're not really going in order of the big board with these picks because that never happens, but most of the people who have been picked are near the top of the big board. There's not a lot of picks that have come in from sort of unexpected players.
You
just
mean
one or two.
besides Q42 at 115 in the auction?
Yeah, I mean, there's
I mean,
been
he's
a
good
few,
enough, but he was underrated. Like, I had him rated much higher on the big board than a lot of people did.
There have been a few surprises, but if you look at the big board right now, nearly everyone in the top 100 has been picked, and nearly nobody below that has.
Liberty Caps took Lou, by the way.
There we go. A very good pick. Hold the offender.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I played with him in tryouts a little bit. He was doing a really good job holding the flag, so not too surprising.
Surely G-Man gets drafted soon.
Surely, right? I don't think JJ will pick him, but I think Mr.
No,
Hat's
but
got him with
10
this 51.
10-0
Yeah.
gasp last season? Like, hello?
What if
Hello?
he just doesn't get picked at all?
Well, then NLTP is going to have to ban him. Right, J-Bay? You and me. We'll do it.
Yeah, we'll just ban him. I don't know.
He'll probably go for 100 in our new and shiny NLTP auction draft.
Boost
There
and
we go.
Dynamo took Anti-Re. A little surprised that CB didn't take Anti-Re, actually, earlier, because
Yeah.
they're pretty good friends, I thought, so
And
I
he's
guess
really
maybe he
good.
thought he could get him with that lower pick.
that's my guess, too.
Entire.
And then they're going to take Jorge.
Good picks.
So Jorge, with back-to-back minors seasons, I know they're really good friends, so
Is Jorge 114 or something, right?
Used to be
118,
118.
but she dropped the
118.
118.
Oh, did she?
yeah. Yeah, she lost
All
a
right,
lot
then.
weight.
So while I have everyone's attention and transfixed on NLTP, I want to remind everyone that after this draft is completed, there will be NLTP signups for anyone who went undrafted in the league. We will post them in chat at the duration. Since you can't sign up now, you don't know if you're drafted yet. So
The
stay
big
on the
downside
lookout.
to that. Big downside to that is you have to play in one of PK's leagues, but
True.
if you can get past that, NLTP is pretty fun.
But on the plus side, you get to play in one of J-Bay's leagues.
Oh, right, you're on the CRC now, too.
And Bam's league, too.
I want to get off PK's wild ride.
I'm just getting less and less excited as I hear more.
I think JB can confirm just how much the league has become mine at this point.
That's true. Bam's done so much after taking the that 4th spot, I guess.
I guess so. It was
Wait.
technically the 5th spot at the time, and then
Yeah.
somebody else dropped out right afterwards. I don't know.
It was Ranger and Tag up, they left, and then we had you and Carp fill in. You guys have been doing very, very well. on the series.
I'm impressed with
Very
his
well.
ability to jerk each other off.
Oh yeah,
Right?
NLTP is best.
It's
LTP.
never ending. The self jerk is never ending between the CRC.
Let's get that Holy Rollers pick in. Let's see who am I practicing with.
Surprised Poppy still hasn't been picked.
Me
It's
too.
It's gonna be Tantru. Calling right now.
I want to get that Tantra pick in, but I think you can
You're
go for
gonna get
lower.
Tantru. You're gonna get. Oh, did you hear that? Do I need to mess with the other captains? Clearly, PM targeting Tantru now.
Targeting.
More like
Oh.
Tantru.
Dope. I forgot to tell you the water story. So it was the season
what?
6. So Tantra doesn't like getting wet. It's the season
Not
6.
surprising.
I believe it was the conference championships or whatever, and it's forecasted to rain. And he's in the newspaper room, which is where he played Tag Pro, or it was like a computer lab of his school. And he's talking about how he's like, oh, I just might not show up to the game because if it's raining, I'm not gonna walk out and get drenched for an online web game. And we just started yelling at him in group meet. It was the best. Classic Tantru.
Classic Tantru.
I need another season with that kid.
Bob18 on Mumble saying, such a surprise Boob Hat didn't get picked.
Dude, Boob
Honestly,
Hat
that's
first
very
round.
true.
Yeah. What
Boob
happened
Hat's
to that?
going to be a steal wherever
It's a
they are.
lad boob hat.
All right, let's see this next pick from Holy Rollers, and Private Major is looking for that 1 second. Honestly, right now, get the G-Man pick in.
Get the dope pick in, hold on.
Get
I
that
mean,
dope
their
pick in
team-
as well.
Their
Holy-
team already has enough toxicity, doesn't it? Holy rollers.
That would be actually an interesting combo, the Gem G-Man. It's not a good combo, but an interesting combo. All right, let's see else. Poppy would be a good pick. I don't know why he hasn't been picked. He's definitely very skilled.
Eastern board has Young Sinatra, who's really restricted. G-Man,
Yeah.
Remo, Poppy, H, which is Baldashi, who's restricted. FXU, who's restricted. Tiger's restricted. And then Dubstep.
I'm telling you, get that Tantru pick in.
Dubstep's really good too.
Dubstep is very good. Although, whenever Dubstep needs his Shaba. In that case, I mean, he's a very primary jukey offender, and he needs a playmaker, he needs a pup getter, he needs
Shaba's still on the board.
Shaba's is still on the board. You could bring
Get
him
'em
over
both?
the whole offense. Yeah,
Just
I mean,
bring him.
That's the thing when you have. That's my. I don't know. That's my. My whole coaching philosophy was basically pair up your really strong primary offenders with a support, and I think it's gone pretty well. My primary offender 2 seasons ago was Randy Marsh and Sulf and whatever, but that's the whole strategy. Like, if you have 2 primary offenders, they're just gonna kind of eat into each other. Which I saw firsthand on tiers with Fatal and Mathnasium. In my opinion. That's just my opinion.
We all know what your opinion is worth.
True. Not too much.
I'm just kidding. Everybody loves you.
I was toying with the idea of being an NPC this season, but then I was like,
For NLTP?
for MLTP.
And that would be cool, I guess.
I think I would have gotten selected.
Would you have done an NPCM? Or
Oh,
just
absolutely.
NPC straight?
I would have
Okay.
done NPC minors. I don't think I'm that good. I'm good enough to play very well in minors is what I think I am.
So, what's happening with this Holy Rollers pick?
Surely Private Major is manipulating the draft right now to get himself a longer amount of time.
Surely.
I should just make the pick.
Hello, friends.
What's up?
Hello, Ishii.
Holy Rollers is about to announce the 50th overall pick.
Oh, wow.
We are going to be picking someone you are very familiar with, Tantru.
Really? You're getting the Tantru pick in?
Yep.
Yes!
They're getting the Tantru picking.
Oh,
You
get
heard
the
it here first.
Get the Tantru pick in.
Alright, hold on. We got protagonists with some words.
Kappa.
Yo,
Oh,
I'm
he
actually
unmuted. Oh, God.
really
I
happy
say
about
something.
this pick. Yo, not even gonna lie.
Protagonist saying "cack." That's the official stance.
Gotta get that text to speech on. Ooh. All right. Probably Major's gonna love Tanchu's comments on the sub.
Everybody loves Tanchu's comments on the sub.
Everybody, except for all the people that instant downvote.
Yes, true. I don't instant downvote him. I just give him a lot of shit instantly.
Oh my god, dude! Honestly,
Hey, the G-Man pick. It's finally here,
G-Man
Mr. Hat.
Good job by Mr. Hat. I think I even called that a little while ago. I thought
You did.
Mr. Hat was gonna go for him because obviously, Mr. Hat knows how to spot skill. So yeah, great pick. Of course, we've been talking about him all draft. So get your exclamation point steals in there.
Ooh, PK is in the channel. Does he have a retort for Jules?
I completely missed whatever she said.
She said "fuck PK."
Please do.
Oh, please.
Please do. Good response.
PK, why the hell are you here?
I don't know, why not?
True.
2 of the other 5
True.
CRC members are in here, so you just want to join us.
This is.
Basically.
Are you ready for Are you ready for the end of the draft where we whore out for an LTP?
Yep, that's why I'm here.
Well,
My
you
face
got
on
a couple
PK.
hours left.
My face on PK is drafted 2 spots ahead of me.
Oof.
Damn.
For real though, G-Man is the steal of the draft.
Currently, yeah.
We I could probably say that for certain. There's not really anyone on the board that's kind of matching his talent level, unless you get a Dubstep on a good day, or Poppy if he comes back in full force, or Remo Slice. There's still a lot of talent out there, actually.
You mean
I've
Remo
looked.
Seeds?
Remo Seeds. I'm not gonna call him that. I'm not gonna call him that.
No one's gonna call him that.
And the best part is, it won't catch on, and then he can't change his name back.
Maybe we'll catch on, and everyone will add seeds to the end of their name.
Oh God. Oh, kill me.
Bamboo Seeds?
Bamboo Seeds. That makes sense.
Bam Seedsler. Phoenix Funk 5 going to Liberty Cat.
Phoenix Seeds 5, alright.
Phoenix
I think
Seeds
Phoenix
5.
Seeds is the first 21 Juke Street player from last season to get picked.
That might be true. A surprising amount of dropping there, I guess.
I'm the only 877 caps now. Player signed up for the draft, I believe. No, Mike Dino actually did sign up very late.
It's a
So-
unique honor.
I mean, Jules is signed up as well, and she counts, right?
Sorry, I was talking about... Oh, she played some 18. It counts.
So another thing is, for the 21 Juke Street, I'm surprised that their offense hasn't been taken, but both of their starting defenders besides Phoenix Funk did not sign up. So I was thinking about that too. I was like, how is Alk not picked? But yeah.
Dude, Murballs have not picked
In what?
Murballs have not picked in so long.
Yeah.
Well,
Pick number 30.
We haven't had the opportunity to.
Yeah. Pick
Wait.
30.
Thank you, PK.
But it gave us plenty of time to figure out who we wanted, so we'll.
True.
Who did you want?
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna say now. We'll wait.
Surely you get that car pick in.
True.
What I'm curious about is how this is still taking so long.
I know, right?
Some of these teams haven't picked in quite a while. They have plenty of time to get ready.
Private Major is weighing in on the draft.
I don't understand. Is that a meme?
What?
I I have no idea. To be
I
honest.
don't know what J-Bay is laughing at right now.
I don't know. I'm just laughing at the. I think Liberty Cap selected Phoenix Funk 5.
Yeah, I'm not sure why.
Doesn't have any of it.
That would be what the previous message said.
All right, there we go.
Catalyst asking if he's good to go. Yeah, I would assume he is.
All right, Catalyst will be the next one.
How many rounds is this draft?
It is 8 rounds.
9 rounds?
8.
8? Okay.
True. I'm wrong.
8.
This draft
This
is
just
making me
in, J Bay
sleepy.
was wrong.
This just in 8.
This is why, all right, as a streamer, I need like 2 monitors. Because now I'm just scrolling.
You don't have 2 monitors?
Degrees of Freedom takes light.
There we go. That's a good pick.
I know nothing about light.
Light, I know Light went to the Booper Ball 2 seasons ago, played a very good, I believe he went to Cappers Delight. Could be wrong, but he had a pretty good minor season. And he showed up in tryouts.
7.31.
I played with him, so when I was alone for 40 minutes, I played with him, and he played really well on defense. So
We have
you
the
know who
play
else
ball
is still
pick in
available?
as well.
Yeah, Merbs. We got to select Eldon, which
Nice.
is we got to spend a very long time discussing this.
Uh-huh.
I say we, with me not actually really weighing in at all, but we. And then, yeah, so we're, I guess, happy because we think she's going to be a good defender.
Yeah.
And,
She's very good
Yeah.
at snipes. If you
Hopefully
can,
you guys have
if
an
you
easy
can,
schedule.
who's the contained defender here? Because Eldon is definitely sort of the primary defense if you can pair her up with a contain.
yeah, we don't have a contained defender because she's going to hit all our snipes.
That makes sense.
I don't think you
Play
guys
dual
have much to
snipes.
worry about anyway.
We do have
On your
another-
team, You're guaranteed
pick
an
in.
easy schedule, so.
Return of the Ping takes the X factor. That is team.
Yep. Did you know that team actually sent a player up bench?
He did, and
The funniest thing ever.
they're all on my. I'm on all of their USC team.
Oh right, you're on
So I was
Gasping.
actually part of that. Yeah, they sent him drunk defense, and Robopop sent Jinjo a literal bench to sit on, and he still has it too, and he sits on it to this day.
Just a great story.
And there we
Holy
go, we
Seahawks
got-
selected Big Money, and then
Really?
TSRC selected Hammer Time.
All right, good moves. Obviously, Big Money coming a long ways away from being the mascot of season 9. Didn't really play a lot for Holden Gate, but came back, and he had a very, very good novice season. Played some defense, played some offense, played on one of the best Western teams in novice.
The Hammer Time pick is strange because Curry is up currently, not Time Boy. So
Oh, Curry's got to snipe him. Okay, here we go.
oh, that'd be hilarious. I
That'd be great.
I hope Curry or Ball McCartney snipe him. That would be freaking hilarious.
That'd be so salt, but I want it to happen.
So salt.
He's not going to do it.
Nah.
Yeah, you know, I mean,
Interestingly, go ahead.
to be honest, even though you know that's going to happen, you don't want to risk the controversy. And as we can see, he selects El Sacco,
El Sacco.
the B team superstar.
El Sacco and Big Money both played B team together last season, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
Very interesting back to back.
They're both better
So-
than B teamers, in my opinion.
Well, Big Money came and played playoffs, I believe, for
For Peanut.
Mo Money Mo Pop'ems when Peanut had to
Yeah.
step out.
Yeah.
So, and El Sacco's, from what I've seen, a pretty reliable defender. He should play well with any partner he's with.
Yeah, people say he's washed, but I think he still has plenty of
He's just a very
playability.
consistent, reliable defender, not too flashy, just consistent.
So here, Balls on Parade will get the next pick, and
Hopefully it's Hammer Time.
oh, that'd be mean. But unfortunately, Hammer Time did move from the East Coast to the West Coast, so he's probably off
was wondering
limits,
about
unless Paul McCartney really wanted to stir things up.
Think
I mean-
about the memes, though.
Kelvin is another player I would expect to probably see pretty soon here for center teams. I had a very good, he's center, right?
Yeah,
he's
Kelvin is
center.
center.
Yeah, he's center. He had a very good time in Novice, I think. Very consistent defender. Had some huge halves for Ginseng's team when he needed to.
Ajax and Group Me. Holy, I have to play with Balladega. I'm loving. Obviously, you can see Megatron's influence in this Holy Rollers draft, but bringing the squad back. Also, like the 2P pick. I like all these picks. I'm gonna be happy with this team.
Or you're gonna be sad, one of the two.
No, I'm gonna be happy.
Those are the options. I guess you could be
Could
like
be angry.
or there's plenty of other emotions. I take that back.
He could be snacky.
Could you?
He could be
Yes.
sleepy.
He could be sleepy.
You shouldn't be though.
We
I
should
mean, you should
all-
be if you want 80 caps in MLTP.
Frozen. You should
I
just-
really don't.
You should force your minors team to all change their names to like one of the,
The
seven
seven
dwarves.
dwarfs.
Yeah, that would be great. That'd be amazing.
Tears for Balls on Parade took Tim Hortons.
Tim Hortons.
So he was a pretty good minors player, I believe, until he quit and then kind of came back and did
I
a
know-
good job on Mufro's MLTP team.
Yep, he kind of bailed Mufro's NLTP team a lot. I am on his neutral flag team, and he's just he's very technically skilled. He's a very good
Yep.
juker. He'll play very well on minors. I know that most of his availability concerns have lightened up because I believe it was some sort of either research thing or dissertation. Don't really quote me on that, but I believe most of his availability has kind of lightened up, and he should make a great addition to this Balls on Parade team. And of course, Hammer Time we talked about before, an obvious pick here. And
Would have been fun if you didn't actually
Holy
pick him right there.
Seahawks. Who do we
Yeah,
expect
what if
the
they
Holy
pick someone
Seahawks to
else?
take?
I'm gonna
Calvin. I think
they're-
Calvin.
No, they're gonna get a defender here. They've got too many offenders already.
That's true.
I mean, they're gonna have to play two. Right now, they're playing two offenders on defense. If the draft is any indication, so I wanna
Also,
see
when
a
does
defender.
Poppy get picked? Like, Poppy is...
Never.
Does he just never get picked? Is he just
MLTP?
too much of a risk? Is that what it is?
I mean, we're in what round are we in? We're in the 6th round. Surely,
I
you
feel
pick
like
Poppy.
now is the time where you start taking players like Poppy who are like
This
high
is-
risk, high reward.
Yeah, this is the 7th person on your minors team.
Is that-
If he doesn't show at all, it's still fine. So
Does that include dope too? High risk, high reward.
What?
that does.
Holy Seahawks took Code, aka Risky, which he's
Actually-
doing too.
Yeah.
I liked Code better, but obviously is a very good defender. I didn't watch a lot of course, Western B team, but I did stream the Boober Ball, and he
Code
was
was also-
so solid.
I believe he
Code's
was
good.
the most valuable ball for a B team, was he not?
I think he was, and he really did deserve it. He knows how to get returns, that's for sure.
Definitely.
And
As a fellow MVP, you gotta respect that.
absolutely, you got to respect those MVB picks and draft them high and stuff. Yeah, Code and Officer Dan was a great combo to watch. I mean, we knew about the 21 Juke Street B team offense. Just the combo of Ramstein, Punster, and Bumblebee. And Code and Officer Dan played amazingly against that pair. So
All right, Snipe Hunt with the next pick. Expecting another NLTP player. At this point, are there any minors players left?
Yeah, there are.
Poppy.
yeah,
Poppy.
sure you got Poppy. You
Remo?
have Remo
Mr.
Slice still up.
Jehobo still up as well.
Can someone check those?
You mean Salt Factory?
Can
You
someone
dope.
Can someone check those Remo Slice
Nope's
restrictions?
not getting drafted.
Can someone check what?
Those Remo Slice restrictions? Question mark.
I'm on it.
Sure. Give me one sec.
So based on the big board sheet, it says he's only available Sunday, Monday. I don't know if he has any other restrictions.
Oh,
Remo Slice
surely
does
he'll be restricted.
not. Nope.
He's not restricted.
He's
No
not.
restrictions at all.
Oh no, he's
Nothing.
available Sunday, Monday.
Yeah, he's available both game days, but no practice days.
Oh right, you said that before. I completely forgot. Okay. Yeah. I mean, still pick him for the contribution he's going to give to you on game day, right? Unless I'm missing something.
I mean, it could just be like when you have players who sign up like that, you got to question whether or not they're actually going to be available. Like, he says he'll show up Sunday, Mondays, but that's probably subject to a lot of things.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but I don't know. He's a reliable offender. He's someone maybe you risk, probably. Round 6, someone's going to, I think.
You'd think by the time we're in round 6, we'd be speeding up this draft, but no, apparently not.
No, I think
Nah.
it gets harder. Now you're getting into people's sleeper picks and stuff, so. Speaking of sleeper picks, when does Boop Hat go?
Now,
Surely
Boop Hat's
now.
right now.
Right now?
I'm predicting Boob Hat in the 12th round of NLTP.
What about Cum Bubble? I believe Cum Bubble should be soon.
Come bubble.
15th round.
Another quality pick there. Okay, first.
I thought it was Bum Cubble.
They're,
Oh, it is Bum Couple. My bad.
They're sleeping on the bum cuddle.
Cubble. Jesus.
Cubble.
Oh, what's his name? Campus
Hippo.
Hippo.
Get
13th
it?
degree player.
Campus Hippo should be going now. He knows how to steal regrab.
He does. It's a very important skill.
That was my favorite part of his montage.
He also knows how to boat, so I imagine he'll fit in very well in Mr. Hat's team should he choose.
Exactly.
Go for it.
But can he hold?
I believe he said he could.
He
if I'm
can.
not mistaken.
I think he can, but he's still learning.
Yes.
Yo, the part where he stole re killed me. He was just like the best part is he was standing in the middle of the map. And he's like watching the flag carrier, watching the opposing flag carrier. He makes 2 head fakes and then just hits re at the perfect time. It was masterful, actually. Very skillful. He has a lot of intrinsic knowledge of the game to recognize the flag was going to be returned just at that very second.
Yeah, honestly, that actually kind of was impressive, but also at the same time, what the fuck?
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, as you know, everyone's saying, when it comes to Tag Pro, gamble.
Snipe Hunt's still waiting for him. I believe Snipe Hunt said they were gonna pick somebody in the first round, according to they got 10 likes, but I haven't seen that pick yet. Probably won't reveal it, but
What was funny is he traded out of the first round.
I did notice this.
He got scared.
I believe it. Can you imagine the backlash from GroupMe? Would have been pretty big.
True.
Any other big gambles?
Dope.
Probably
Got
not
him.
happening.
Got
There
him.
is. Boogie surely probably gets picked pretty
Don't
well.
care.
pretty soon.
Surely, probably. I like it.
He had a good season.
Dope suck.
We're
Bly,
talking gambles, crossover.
Isug, if he's back in his original form, could be a very good player.
Of course.
Isug, I don't know. Goose, whatever we gonna call him.
Ginseng, the 3-time Super Bowl winner.
Surely it's 4 now.
I'm
I
Gotta
think
be a
Dope
four.
also really wants to get drafted, if I'm reading the chat correctly.
Mike Dino's on the board.
Mike Dino, he was Bamboozler's partner, I believe. Hey, Bamboozler?
Yeah,
Is it-
he's a good support offender, but I don't see him making it to minors this season. I would expect him to have a good, strong season in A.
I agree.
Maybe
with that.
maybe someone will draft Snack and then take it back.
That's what I'm hoping for. I want to get
season 10
undrafted
things.
as many times as possible.
Yeah.
I think we're also looking for that Ranger pick.
Ranger
Ranger is
back.
criminally underrated on the big board. Like,
Seriously.
oh my god.
Well, but that's also because
176.
you have no idea whether he's going to stay around for the season or not.
Fair
Yeah.
enough, but you
In
definitely
terms of
want
skill
someone like
wise,
Ranger on your team.
he's criminally underrated. The big board had not taken restrictions or anything into accordance, but with 15 people, like, he just got buried, and I feel bad for him because he should be higher than that.
I mean, as much as
Gotta
you,
pick
there's people who are like
Mikasa.
freak and stuff too, though. We're like, as much as you think maybe Freak's a bit toxic, he's also way too low. There's a
A
few
bit?
people who are like that.
Isn't he no Mike too?
No, Mike, but still, he's a mechanically strong player. He
Oh, yeah, he's
probably
very good.
could make the transition to minors needed to.
Probably, yeah. But the thing is,
without a doubt.
whenever you're labeled as a no mic, it's hard to break out of that.
Agreed.
Usually, as a no mic, you have to really as a no mic, you have to have a good B team season, go to A team. You have to have a good A team season, go to minors. You have to have a good minor season, go to majors. That's what Andy Capped was. Andy Capped had purely enough mechanical skill to go straight to minors, but
I'm really surprised you're using handicapped instead of protagonist as the obvious example, but
that's also true.
Fair point.
I would say that, but protagonist went from
egregious.
He went from B team to minors, I think.
Oh, Protag did. You're right.
But you're right in the fact that they had to really try him out in minors, even when he had the mechanical skill.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I remember back when even CBivy in MLTP was making a lot of noise trying to get people to draft him as a no mic.
Yeah, I remember that.
My face on our last pick was almost 8 minutes ago. Hello?
I think at this point, Murballs are averaging 1 pick an hour, which is very convenient for us.
Rough if true.
It's not convenient for me.
we can all right in NLTP last season, 24 teams, whatever it was, 16 rounds. It was what 2 hours,
Probably.
3 hours.
Can we just do a marble race?
We're
and then
2
come
hours
back
in
and
right
do
now.
picks?
That being said, those last rounds went so fast, just because most of them were no experience. We just pick someone off the top of our head. Of course, everyone was doing some sort of scouting, but it's not like in this. You have a file on each of these guys of their competitive exploits, I guess. You can pick any one of these names, and they have 2 seasons, 3 seasons, 4 seasons, plus tournaments, plus whatever, where they've compiled some sort of stats or experience. With the NLTP draft, it's a few people played pubs, and it's all on their profile. So I kind of understand them taking a while here.
8 minutes though.
That is true. That is true.
There's other things to do tonight, maybe.
I'm not sure if Space Tiger got his restriction taken off, because I remember
I think so.
He did.
Space Tiger is
so.
Unrestricted.
At that point, you get the Space Tiger pick in. Of course, he's got a flaky schedule. However, he's a very good player. He knows how to get pups. He knows how to play the game. He can play both, but I'd rather have him on O. And that's the pick you got to do. Either Tiger or Dubstep. They're right next to each other on the board, and there's for a reason. So,
I think Tiger's a solid pick at this point.
Absolutely. Again,
all right. Apparently, they're
we're
making
going back.
a long trade here.
We're going back.
Boy.
Oof. Now, so ideally you'd make the trades before your pick.
So
You would
Spheroid
think.
is gonna draft Dope and then trade him
Not
with some other.
happening. It's not I've lost hope.
We're gonna draft Dope and then trade him to an NLTP team.
Oh my god, kill me. Honestly, I can't tell if at this point, if someone's not drafted, if they'd rather prefer playing NLTP starting or just be drafted and sit in the bench. I feel like that's preference, but
Maybe.
Fuck NLTP.
CGH.
TBH.
We've got questions from
NLTP is fun. That's a good time.
we've got questions from the audience. Someone messaged me, when does the automatically draft next in the big board rule take into effect? It's a good question.
So as our resident rules expert on the stream, the answer is never.
Yeah, but you are the resident rules expert, but you did get your eviction notice.
True. But the knowledge is still there.
As
Well
we
done.
know, the rules are more suggestions than actually something that gets followed.
True. The rules are a non-comprehensive approximation of what the actual decisions might be.
Leave it
We're-
to
we're all
PK to
just-
make that sound ridiculous.
We're all just using the good of the league clause.
Yeah, anything else will be covered under that, and don't be a dick.
Good of the league, don't be a dick. Only 2 rules you need.
And also, please fill out the pledge.
Oh god. Holy Bam, you made sure not to include that, didn't you?
PK added it.
Ah.
We gotta have a pledge.
Killing
He
me.
has edit powers to the signups. I can't just not give him edit powers to the signups. Like, I want to actually stay in control of the signups.
Oof.
No, I checked the signups earlier today to make sure.
That's a big oof.
It's an oof for sure.
All right. Let's get this pick in.
It's been like 12 minutes since the last pick.
Yep.
So, can you guys good at singing?
Yes.
Yes. Do you guys want to give us a little tune? But you can't be too close, or else it'll trigger the copyright.
Jinjo coming in on the chat. Jesus, I started watching 15 minutes ago, and literally nothing has happened.
Me IRL.
Welcome to Tech Bro.
Oof. All right. So we're gonna do a little segment called JBay visits random Tag Pro League pages and talks about them.
All right. Who are we starting with?
Honestly, we should
I'll
just get the
follow along.
Marvel races going.
Start with dopes.
Let's start with Poppy. Wow.
Who's dope?
Okay. Never mind. That didn't work.
Who's dope?
You gotta
Jay?
type in fucking tank
I
if
mean,
you want
shouldn't-
Poppy.
You can just click it off the big board, right?
I can, but it's formulaed out so that it would be what's it called?
Oh, fucking tank.
Well, no, because it's season 10 name or season 10 name has a comma in it, which is his fault, not yours. But
Okay. That
So-
bastard breaking my formulas.
Fucking tank had 130 minutes
true, he
with
was
minors in season 9, and he hasn't played a lot of minutes since Novice season 4, which was the season he got 63 caps.
I'm gonna be amazed if Poppy falls to NLTP. What
Hey,
is
we have a
that?
draft.
Stop
We
on
have a-
taking Warden.
Yeah, Warden.
Warden.
good
Another
pick.
group me pick.
There's the pick you waited 15 minutes for, everybody.
Can I die?
Dude, honestly, Warden better be the best player in the league this season for the amount of time we had to wait for this.
Oh, and the next pick comes straight through Officer Dan.
It's a good pick. He's been playing really well.
Did they all? No. The Holy Seahawks took code, but Officer Dan, definitely a great pick, especially if you're playing a lot of your games on Sphere. He again is a Booper Ball champion, and he put up pretty good numbers in this last season. So obviously supporting code to an MVP. If there was a best supporting ball, he would be nominated.
He's also a Sphere player, and Central teams are playing, 5 out of 7 weeks on Sphere, so that's a
Absolutely.
obvious advantage as well.
All right, whatever. We're gonna visit some random Tag Pro League pages. All right. Ah, man, it didn't work again.
You would think after 15 minutes, like, the next 6 people would just have their picks lined up, but nope.
Nah. They all wanted Warden and Officer Dan.
Just what can you do?
Oh. What are you
So
doing,
now-
JJ?
Jimmy, what
Now
are you
we're
doing on
gonna-
your... Jimmy, what are you doing?
We're gonna delve into why Poppy hasn't been taken yet. So as you can see, look at these stats. We've got he's got some minutes in majors, season 9. I believe he was on the base gods. He's got 203 T-gasp and a 492. Of course, he had the previous cap record in NLTP with 71 caps, which was breaking by Frozen, if he's still here jerking himself off. And we got some other stuff here. Seems like he hasn't put together a full season in a while, which is probably why a lot of teams are sleeping on him. So, yeah. So, no picks yet. The last pick was Officer Dan, if you guys were wondering.
I wasn't.
True.
Thanks, Mike.
I mean,
Quality commentary?
just saying. I was there, I remember.
The next visit is going to be Dope's page.
What?
We all hope he gets drafted.
Do we?
We're all rooting for dope.
Damn, you had a lot of ELTP seasons.
Me?
Well, kind of.
I didn't really play.
That's true.
I
You
just
did
kind of
get-
signed up for the meme.
True.
If you want to see a lot of ELTP seasons, look up Ginseng.
Oh, true. He's just trying to compile those seasons, get the championship in any way possible.
Seriously, look up Ginseng next because his list is ridiculous.
Holy. Season 7, Season 6, Season 1, Season 7. Okay, so you got that. Actually, I want to start from the bottom because it's funnier. You got majors, Euro, majors, minors Euro, majors Euro, majors, minors Euro, majors, minors Euro, minors, ALTP. You got 2 novices, so
Oh my god.
that's something
The
else.
ALTP is hilarious, and then the two novices is like just majors ALTP.
That's a drop. Although he did have an incomplete minor season with WoW such minors, but at the same time he did go from Tag FC. Actually, yeah, Tag FC wasn't great.
Tag
it
FC,
was a
however,
problem.
not the worst majors team of all time. That was beat out by last season's Pup and Suds, I believe.
Ooh.
Just purely, I'm not making a judgment, just purely based on win percentage.
Also, incredibly, Ginseng has all 3 of his Super Bowls with 3 different teams.
So the next profile we're going to visit is Shaba. So this is going to be interesting. We've got Shaba, he's going from minors, starting in minors, then goes to majors, splits time between minors and majors and Balcomedes. He's a Balcomedes star, getting drafted Season 4, Season 5, Season 6. That's still Balcomedes. Season 7, and then finally going to Skills That Kill Season 8. So that's a 1, 2, 3, 4 consecutive seasons of Balcomedes. It's a lot of Balcomedes. Then we got me drafting him. Look at that. Look at that ball day and nights. Don't pay attention to his A-team stats. His B-team stats are good. Look at that. Number 1 in caps. The most caps in B-team. Oh, yeah. Balladega success. And then he also went to 21 Juke Street or whatever. He did that too.
Did me Mega Noob sign up?
He did, but he's now Todd Gurley.
No.
Ooh, we got to pick Clovis.
What? We got a pick? All right, I'm going to go back to the draft. Surely they take not long.
Oh, and then studs. STDs.
Perfect. We got Clovis, then studs. Now, at this point, the draft board is kind of, people are going to go rogue and pick their dev partners and everything, and people are going to pick who they feel good personalities and everything. So we're not really going to pay attention to the draft board as much, but we do want to make sure we're keeping in touch with people. Clovis, of course. Clovis was on Blockwork Orange last season. They didn't have the best season, but he was also playing. They, of course, had a few reasons for that. STDs was on the Soviet Ballers B team. He also put up a very good season, but I think his main accomplishment is winning a lot of tournaments, a lot of nightly tournaments that he plays in. And he's usually the 3rd rounder, but he's a stud. No pun intended. Really, yeah, pun intended.
You intended that. Don't even try. Surely we get the dope pick in here pretty quick.
Surely we get the dope pick. Surely we get the Poppy pick. Surely we get the Remo Slice pick.
Surely we're going to have to deal with all of these people in NLTP this season.
I don't know, man. How?
A lot of auction.
Gotta ban them.
Auction? Auction?
We'll just say that they're scripting,
This is why we got the auction in the first place.
That is true. That is true. Hype for the auction. But at the same time, there's going to be a lot of skill discrepancy.
True. You have to pay for it though, which is a good thing. If Poppy even signs, I mean, if we're assuming these people actually even sign up for NLTP, right?
Yeah.
They might be so salty that they just don't do it.
I don't know. Yeah, that's also true. However, I feel like if people show that they're committed, and have that type of talent level, you're thinking your Poppies, your Remo Slices, you know that they have the talent, your Gramses. So I expect them to go in these later rounds, and if not, then I guess we'll see them in LTP.
Where does BC go as the mascot? What do you think?
I don't think BC goes. Well,
Not even as a mascot?
maybe he goes to. I don't know. He
Curry?
can't play any.
2 weeks, right?
I thought he was gonna
That was
be
one.
Skinny's mascot, and then Skinny's not a captain.
Oof.
True.
But yeah. Here we are. Snipe Hunt is on the clock.
Oh my god, Spheroid.
Surely the boob hat's pick comes in, right?
Surely he doesn't take another 15 minutes right here, because he's the one that held us up that last 15.
Alright, so here's the deal. I gotta put this on YouTube, but this is to chat, also to you guys. Do I play no copyright sounds? I know it's not the best music, but at least it's something. And
Yeah,
also,
I would do it.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta put this on YouTube, so whatever.
Can you get like horror movie sound effects and just play those?
No. Alright, here we go. I ended up not this season. I didn't play music in the background of my streams. I kind of didn't like it because it distracts my train of thought. But I'll have to remember what my favorite songs are.
I stole something when I stream. I usually play like a song on loop, and it was Iron Ball used to stream all of our B team games my rookie season, and I just stole his song to stream in my streams now.
Nice.
Thought I'd give him a quick shout out. He's not signed up this season. I was kind of surprised. Man, I wish I could hear J-Bay's music right now.
I know, it's gonna be great, right? I don't know, I'm playing Spectrum's Shine, so you can listen along.
Well, yeah.
Just remember, Campus Hippo, Season 11.
Make MLTP great again. Campus Hippo. Season 11. Holy Spheroid, come on.
Oh man.
Spheroid in the Twitch chat saying we are not enjoying this either, trying to distance himself from the responsibility here.
Oof.
Oof.
Ooh, he's saying it's our last pick, so...
Alright, good. I'm sorry, Spirit, I love you, but come on. Honestly,
they're gonna stop in the 6th round, huh?
If you're gonna stop in the 6th round, you might as well get the boob hat and get the Campus Hippo picks in. I mean, you gotta finish it out.
You gotta.
Alright, so looking at the rosters... Balls on Parade is basically full. We got one spot left. What about Snipe Hunt? Snipe Hunt has 11 players. So this will be their 12th pick here.
Honestly, at this point, just take like Poppy or something.
Dude, Luke Moo's already done, unless... No, he doesn't have to do with Guy anymore, so he still has one spot, I guess. Damn, I need to figure out how to update my spreadsheet. I did not account for trades happening. Remo Seeds coming in.
Is he
Yeah.
the pick here? Perfect.
Yep.
Thank you, Spheroid. And that's a good pick, too. Honestly, if it's your last pick, granted, he's going to... and if you don't have him for practice, that's one thing. But if he can come in to games and he could produce the best of his ability, that could be a great addition. And it looks like the Warriors will select Warriors. Kind of a new player coming into the scene, but
No Mike.
no Mike, but he's gotten very good growth over the past few, like this off season rather. Was he playing NLTP last season?
No, he's a rookie.
He's a rookie, so yeah. Hopefully he has a high ceiling, but it's up to Curry to coach him up to that ability. And of course, it doesn't hurt that his name is Warriors and he goes to the Warriors. Definitely a little bit of a mascot here.
It's just meant to be.
Yeah.
PK's still here?
Came back. We had to figure out who we were gonna take. And we took Poppy.
There we go.
Alright.
Finally.
Finally, right?
Someone takes it.
Yeah,
The pick
someone's
is
gotta
in.
take it.
But yeah, we're excited. We think he can do well. We hope he can do well.
Good.
I don't know what else you can really hope for at this point, so.
I mean, if he sticks around the whole season and plays, he's best 6th round pick you could get.
Yeah, you know, if he gets back to his old form, then he can absolutely be a major workhorse for the team.
And probably replace you.
Sorry, Trouble, but
So now that we're going into the late stages of the draft, we should talk about high risk, high reward players. We're thinking, what?
dope.
Yeah, someone really should pick dope. We're also thinking about Mr. T. I think Shaba would be a good pick at this point.
Bruce Wayne?
I do mean Bruce Wayne, but I also mean Mr. T.
You gotta have the Mikaso pick.
Gotta look for Mikaso. Well, yeah, gotta look for Mikaso, I guess.
We gotta.
So anybody following the big board, I think I just fixed the rosters so that all the trades have been actually shown. So D-McGuy is now on Murballs and all that stuff.
Honestly, you gotta look for that crook pick. Gotta look for the crook pick. I think he was doing very well.
I wonder when someone will take Breezes, whose career I permanently set back.
You know what, PK? No one's gonna take Priestess.
You destroyed the Breezes forever.
Yeah, he's like, well, where did he play last season?
Someone's B team.
Someone's B team, yeah. I mean, he's, at this point, if you take a season off and you join a B team, you gotta really build yourself up, make a name for yourself again. Even though he's been around forever, so, yeah. Who else? You gotta look for that, honestly, the first pick doesn't look that bad. Wasa did, pretty well on the Attack the Block team. I'm a GOAT. He was an all-star for the Cavaliers. You gotta look for that pick.
Underrated.
He is a GOAT.
You know, so there's no way to really say this without it sounding like a meme, but there was one tournament actually where I was playing and Boogie IDM actually did really well. And so, as a late round pick, the defense was him and Dalek, and surprisingly, it wasn't just Dalek carrying the entire team. Boogie actually contributed. So, as a late round pick, depending on, you know, ping and whatever, if Dalek remembers he exists, then maybe.
Yeah, for sure.
I think as a sleeper pick, you're looking at Jules too. She got 1 million caps in B team last season, and now she's gonna have steady internet for like the first time.
Yeah, but she doesn't want to be drafted.
Rip.
Man, I hope Clytus comes back. Gotta join the team together. Although I'm very happy with playing with Ajax this season. I think we'll be a very, very good defensive partnership, taking the best of both the FOSAC 4 teams.
Alright, dig out of your hand for a moment. I mean, do you really need Clytus though? The maps have enough empty tiles as it is.
Does anyone?
Looks like Degrees of Freedom pick first.
Oh,
Hello.
they picked first. That's a very, very good pick there.
Yes, indeed it was. But with the better pick, the Holy Rollers, with the 69th pick of the and MLTP Snake Draft.
Oh god.
That's the second.
Oh
That's
god.
the sex number, dude.
Yeah,
I
it is
can't
the
believe
sex
it.
number. We are drafting TDD, also known as
The Don Daddy.
the Don Daddy. Very good pick, Holy Rollers. Can't believe that he fell that far. Very good player. Sure, yeah, bye.
Ishi, how come you didn't let
Bye.
Protag announce it?
Because Protag is a fucking mute.
I could turn on text to speech if he wants to do one.
He is unmuted right now.
Turn on
Protag,
text to
Protag,
speech.
do you have anything to say first?
Nope, he muted.
Oh, wait, no. You guys have to warn me so that you guys don't chat while I turn it on. Actually, never mind. I just told everyone I'm turning it on. Then people are going to message the fucking channel.
Yeah, that's what you get.
Yeah, I'm not going to turn it on. Sorry, Protect.
So we have it here on good authority that the next pick is actually going to be announced on mic by Protag
Oof.
for Holy Rollers, so we're looking forward to that.
Oh, we have another Holy Roller. No, this is after Boats and Hold. We got to wait for Boats and Hold.
Come on, Mr. Hat.
Alright, this is taking too long. I'm going to go to the rosters for each team. We're going to talk about that.
They're fixed, I think. Which roster do you want to start with?
Okay, let me scroll. Alright, let's start with the, I'm gonna turn off, brain power for a second. Alright. Let's start with that, Boost and Dynamo team. Got the first overall pick, ended up taking Jubs. Trippy will likely go down to minors, unless he surprises in majors, but we'll pretend that he's minors. You got Trippy playing D, Jubs playing D, Kutrabar playing both, Sam playing O, Anti-Re playing O, and Jorge playing D. What do you think about that team?
I think you got Sam starting O for sure. He had a fantastic minor season last season. Jubs and Trippy will be really good. Jubs a former MVP, correct, for a Newper Ball?
Yes, Newper Ball MVP.
Yep. Yeah, actually looks like a pretty strong team. Anti-Re is very good as well.
Absolutely. I agree. The defensive partnership, you could tell that Boost and Dynamo, JJ Poole was definitely looking to go for the defensive talent first, picking Trippy and Jubs. I think they complement themselves well because Jubs is a good talker. Trippy is not. But Trippy has insane technical ability. He can get the returns. And yeah. Oh, I hear that we're going to get the next pick from Protagonist, so I'm going to turn my text-to-speech on. 1, 2, 3. Now it's on.
Channel, Ajax, hi. Channel, Protagonist _ we have 71 not 70.
Okay, they've picked 71, so we're going to wait for Boats and Hold pick. We'll get back to this soon enough. While we're doing that, yeah, I think Boost and Dynamo does have a very strong team. And of course, you've got some good depth with... I think Sam is going to... Sam and Kujabar are going to be the starting O for day one. But Anti-Re does have a lot of technical ability.
8181 _
I think you're going to see... Yeah, I think
Yeah.
you'll probably see day one those two, and they'll be the starters. But I think you're going to see Anti-Re poaching 20 minutes a week at least.
Ajax. Yo, JD, you're not allowed
but we'll
to
see.
compliment any other team besides HR.
Alright, so, yeah, I think Anti-Re and Jorge have a lot of... Jorge kind of plays a very contained style, and I think she would match up more with Jubs in terms of defensive partnerships. However, I think just the talent on this team is going... I think we'll see a few minors players get a little bit of time on majors just because they have a lot of depth. And JJ does like to sometimes bring his minors players up to play a little bit of majors, just test them out, see what's going on, see if they could hack it. So I expect that. So now we get to my team, Holy Rollers, the one I got drafted on. What do you think about this one?
We should probably skip them. They kind of suck.
Oh, man.
Just kidding.
Shabbat,
Yeah. So I'm
I'm
assuming you're going to be starting Megatron on offense with
assume.
2P, and then the JBebe Ajax defense, and that is going to be a very strong minors team. So you got 4 NLTP A teamers coming up to start minors, and I see that team being very, very good.
Yeah, I think. Well, I mean, it helps that we all
Paper
have
Tiger.
me and Megatron have instant chemistry, so we're gonna be good. We know how to play with each other. Ajax is just he's in this channel, but he's definitely very skilled. He's
Ajax is
produced-
the only defender that can solo me consistently.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
produced.
I think that's definitely the top Paper Tiger team.
Yeah.
Channel, protagonist underscore, Ajax Grief Seeds.
But only that. So.
Protagonist underscore.
I mean, Ajax has produced on all
Megatron
teams
star
not
L1
named
Bad
Adrenaline
Koso
Spikes, and that could just be written
Channel,
off. So
Megatroll,
I'm
same.
expecting him to do very
Channel,
well with me.
Ajax.
We'll do
Much.
very well. And Megatron, I'm glad the
Megatron
Tantru
moved
depth
to
pick
Pickle
was
Vesmatic.
taken because
Ajax.
Tantru always performs above expectations, but you gotta talk about 2P1S. He's I think 2P1S is a good partner for Megatron. They have very holy tendencies, both of them. It's not like a designated primary support, but I think 2P1S has so much experience. Is definitely he's a calm presence on the team that could really guide them.
It's a balls on parade, just treat if anyone wants to scrim them. So I think they've basically checked out of this draft.
Oof. All right, now we're just waiting on Mr. Hat. He's got to take this.
Yep. Yeah, I think 2P, I think playing on Radius, he's going to fall to, the support O and let Megatron run wild. And he's going to be really good at that because he's a very good blocker. He's very good at OD. And he can hold his own when he's got the flag just to keep regrab trains alive. And I think with your guys' defense, JBebe and Ajax, you guys are going to keep the flag in base and give him actual capping opportunities, which he didn't have last season in NLTPA. Kind of like me.
All right, so the next pick will be Tiger. Very good pick with boats and holds. He'll join.
0P0PE move tumor balls.
He'll join.
Channel,
man, this is a great minors team.
underscore,
You got
text to
Frozen, Kate Earl, Deadnan, Snowball, G-Man, and Tiger.
Channel.
And
Channel D0P0.
I just noticed boats and holds is the team where they're going to have to play.
M. Channel.
Okay, then during the season and LeBron James in the playoffs, but they're going to have one of the offenders playing majors to start for a few weeks.
Yeah.
Get the text to speech.
Sleepy's gonna step up. It won't be a problem.
Sleepy's going to be sleeping and Tiger's going to play instead.
Underscore.
Maybe. Who knows?
Basically how
It's
it's
a
gonna work
possibility. Now that we know the Tiger can play Mondays.
All right, the text to speech is on. We're waiting for Protect. Select this pick.
Channel protagonist underscore. Holy Rollers.
Holy
select
Rollers,
Carl with
select
AK.
a young Tiger with a...
Channel
I mean, not
D0P0.
Carl with a K, apparently.
Venus.
We've got the Carl with the K pick in.
Protagonist underscore.
And I am instantly turning off. Oh, God. We gotta wait for this. Okay, there we go. Yes, they select Carl with a K. And that's the guy I'll be playing defense with sometimes. Carl with a K, he played on the Whitecaps. Obviously, the Whitecaps didn't have an amazing season, but at the same time, you got to chalk some of that out with think about some of that with circumstances. But Carl with a K, he was a very strong defender. He was playing on, I believe he played on Jado's team one season. But yeah, he's been a good performer.
Oh boy, fuck that guy. He's just been drafted. Red Bull.
Red Bull, there we go. Boost and Dynamo selecting Red Bull. He's got a lot of heart. He'll be a good addition to that team. And they also select Laser Pig. Boost and Dynamo trying to fill out their whole roster.
And the Holy Rollers have finished drafting, so they will now be drafting in the 7th and 8th rounds.
Okay, there we go.
JB, will you scroll down on your draft order on your stream so I can see better?
Yeah, I have that now, yeah.
What are you doing, Jamie?
I've been using your stream to do that so I didn't have to look at it myself. To type in the order.
Alright. right, so we will be waiting for these next few teams, but we already know that 2 teams have been finished, I believe. I'm going to restart brain power.
So surely Dope gets picked soon, right?
Surely. Oof.
At the end or something.
Surely Mr. Hat is not going to make us wait another 5 minutes for another pick.
He's actually hosting tryouts right now.
Is Protect still here?
I don't
Sure,
know.
he left. Alright, just us. Gotta round out this last end picks. You can tell where everyone's draft board is dropping off.
So looking at the big board, looks like STDs is the lowest pick of the draft so far on the big board.
Yeah.
Down at 241.
I went to my team channel to try to weigh in on our next pick, and they're screaming right now. So I think they're really taking advantage of the time.
The pace we're setting here is just, it's got to be world record for slowest snake
Yeah.
draft that's ever happened.
Not that happy about it. I just want to screw with my team.
That's what happens when you reduce the number of teams and it takes longer.
Does anyone else? Oh man.
Between Mr. Hat and Spheroid. Jesus. Hey, we got a pick. I'm a goat. Heading 2 boats and holds.
I'm a goat. It's really good. Played for the Cavaliers last season.
What do we got next?
I'm a
Liberty
goat.
Caps.
Very good pick, and I'm a goat. Silent but deadly. He knows how to play, knows how to assist. I was playing with him. I mean, he played with Gargantua, so he might not have the best stats, but he's certainly a force out there. And I was playing with him in the All-Star game, and he just knew how to keep it in base, knew how to, kind of support, but at the same time, he was getting pubs and everything. So, good thing to say about I'm a goat. You know, he's the All-Star tournament winner, along with the rest of the Blue Ridge division. So.
Liberty Caps on the clock now. CV13. Let's look at his team. They have 3 slots open, it would appear. Right now their minor team is looking like Sneak, Break, D-Star, Zen Whisper Blue, and Phoenix Funk 5. Somebody coming in and saying CV stop picking, they think. JJ Poole with that. But I don't remember seeing that. Did anybody else remember that?
I do not.
Yeah, he is just confirmed. He is done. Liberty Caps have stopped drafting. So we will move on to Catalyst, Degrees of Freedom. And they have 2 slots left right now. Their team looking like Ballstar, Flymolo, Fritzy, Catalyst himself, Beast Mode Light, and First.
Another thing I'm surprised in, the opponent pick. Very high last season. Not picked Goober as well. Carp kind of tanked his draft stock with those crocheting classes. Yeah, Dubstep, like you said, Dubstep's not picked yet. So yeah, interesting combos.
Yeah, Carp's Monday classes are really hurting him right now.
Oof. Alright, we're starting over brain power. Gotta put on that 10 hours brain power. Mr. T is not picked yet. He's not picked yet. Got that Isug pick. McNerdy did pretty well in R3.
Do Degrees of Freedom know that they're up?
Bob's been here. Snacks have been here. My Dino, although he
What
did change his name.
Bamboozler?
Hey, Turbo just told me about a trade. I'll send it to you.
The Ranger.
I don't even like want to do this anymore. Okay.
Sorry, buddy.
It's whatever.
We got
yeah,
that.
we made a trade.
Oh,
He's
we got the Dot is still on the board. Surprisingly, surely he has restrictions, but he's still up. And you know, he was if he got under 300 minutes, he would have been a top candidate for offensive team ball. On
Talking about the Dot right now?
Yes.
Yeah, he was really good, actually. I think he out-hold permitted me, actually. Or no, something like that. He was close. Hold per grab, maybe. I don't remember.
What's the record for caps in a game for NLTP? Caps in a week?
Alright, got to turn off my thing for Ash. Ash is going to come in. And Ash is going to say a few words. Hello, Ash. I hear you have some choice words.
Yeah. So as you all may or may not know, I am an NPC captain for Novice League Tag Pro, which is a glorious, amazing league for people that were not good enough to get drafted.
Wow, Ash. Hello?
Yeah, feels bad. Anyways.
National League Tag.
So, apparently we need an NPC pick or something. So, if you're Centra or Sphere or Origin or whatever, and you think you're decently good at the game, just, shoot me a message or something. Because I kind of need somebody before. When's the draft? Next Sunday?
Yeah.
Yeah,
on the
next
13th.
Sunday. All right. Yeah. So, yeah, give me a call. You have to like anime, too. That's kind of a prerequisite for true Weeaballs. All right, that's it. I'm out of here. Thanks.
Thanks, Ash.
Thanks, boys.
So yeah, if you're a Central player that doesn't get drafted, you want to make sure you're on a team, talk to Ash. I'm a little triggered talking about Central NPCs, but what can you do?
Alright, so we got a couple picks in here. We got Coop going to Catalyst and Degrees of Freedom. The Holy Seahawks traded up to jump in front of Curry, and they selected McNerdy. And the Holden Gate Warriors, after being jumped, select Goober to be on their team for the second season in a row. Don't know anything about Coop, but McNerdy and Goober, both very good players, very deserving of minor spots. Goober minors last season, but didn't get a whole lot of minutes. Not sure what was up with that, if he just wasn't around or if he just didn't get playing time. I don't really know, but he'll be back again this season to do a little bit more damage, I'm sure.
Merble chose Sweater, and then finished drafting, which we're happy about. Sweater is, for what you're getting in the 7th round, Sweater is definitely the type of quality talent that you can pick up. Plus, he sounds a lot like Aardvark, so that'll be a lot of fun. And yeah, so we end with a draft that we're happy about.
Oof, Curry selecting Teh42, who has been really restricted, but was going to be a mascot pick, and I believe CC was really hoping to get Teh, and he's been sniped.
Ooh, okay, I missed a lot. I was a little bit absent, but I know for a fact Coop, he's honestly, he's got good technical skills, abilities, not a lot of experience, but I'm glad Cat picked him since he's very coachable, very dedicated. So I like that pick. McNerdy on Army of Re, a good support player. He could do it all. He's been around for a while. He was playing on ICP Season 6. He was playing on Army of Re Season 7. He could always hold down a top spot. Goober, very technically skilled. Went to the Holding Gate Warriors. They decided to keep him. Sweater, he's more of a practice pick, I guess, but he was surprising me in Neutral Flag League. Teh42, you told about that, but no, Koala's not signed up. That's just
Koala's the mascot.
An unofficial mascot.
Tears for First selecting Gramps, very serious value there. Actually, it's end of the 7th round for Gramps is serious value, guys.
All right, so
very smart player.
Yalpa wants to come in and say something. All right, we've got some more ads.
Done right.
Surprised that Gramps fell so low.
This is how we pay for the stream, with ads.
You have to unmute yourself if you want. There you go.
Oh.
Yep. Do you have an ad or?
Did he just leave?
Yep, he did.
Lol.
Alright, that's the NLTV captain Yelp, everybody.
Alright, so
while that
we're
happened,
concerned this season.
the Holy Seahawks select Camel as their official mascot, and I guess they
Nice.
are done with their draft.
Okay, so yeah.
Camel's not signed up, so yeah.
So whoever's in charge of this sheet needs to.
Oh, Yalpa's back. I cannot hear you, by the way.
Yeah. It's not the greatest start for Primordial Clam Chowder.
To be honest, I don't get the name, but that's okay.
I'm hoping that's just not the name.
Testing.
Hello.
We can hear you.
Okay. Sorry about that. Hi, I'm Yalpa. I have an NLTP Primordial Clam Chowder.
Where does that come from, by the way?
It just makes sense.
Oh god.
Okay.
I just wanted to come on and say, beep. Thank you. Good night, everybody.
Alright, good night.
Oh, this is gonna be a fun season.
Okay.
Merb said they are done. They're not even up? Are they up? I don't know. Apparently they're up.
They are up and
But they're done.
We did say we were done. We're satisfied with Sweater.
Should be Time Boy on the clock here.
Yep.
The metaphorical clock.
You're a metaphorical clock.
It's very metaphorical. This
Fuck
point.
you, man.
So is this going to be the season where GroupMe finally catches on with MLTP teams?
Surely, right? I already got Pro Tag to start a group me for Holy Rollers, so it's gonna be a fun season.
I swear, if my team doesn't have a group me, I'm quitting it. Dropping an LTP.
You gotta stay for the group me's.
I actually was gonna quit Tag Pro if I didn't get drafted to minors this season, so I'm glad I got drafted.
There we go. Pretty early too.
I should have gotten him to drop you.
Yeah, go ahead. If you can convince CC to drop me, I'll just quit.
The league would die.
The league would crumble. NLTP would crumble.
Can't do that. We can find some other freshman rules committee member who is dumb enough to do work.
What do you mean dumb enough? I enjoy keeping the league alive.
True. Alright, let's get those picks in.
Ball E. So H? Oh, mascot? Whatever, it's still a pick.
I played with Ball E when he was in Angry Balls 2 seasons ago. And he was actually really good. Doesn't use him like outside of game, but like actually does use it in game and talks, and then has really nice cheeks. So mascot pick probably, but if he that's not time with saying mascot, but if Bali decides he does want to, for whatever reason, does want to play, then he can absolutely get minutes there, I think.
So that's ball dash E, which is ball dash E, which is H, correct? Or no?
Yes, that is correct.
It's H. Okay. Just want to make sure it's on the spreadsheet correctly and it actually puts, crosses them off and stuff. Freaking captains and not putting in the right names. Okay, balls on Parader apparently on the clock, and they select Duke of Yore.
Duke of Yore! Holy yes! I'm happy. Duke of Yore, I have nothing but good things to say about Duke of Yore. Duke of Yore was he was like the captain of the B team. Played both positions, was always there. He's the man. Good pick. Good pick.
And while you were talking about Duke,
Suroid selecting ahead of Holden Gate this time, skipping the order to choose himself.
Which is fine, because if he had made us wait 15 minutes to announce himself, I probably would have strangled him. But Curry picking up Leet in between McCartney and Sphere right here. Don't know him too well, but
and
so yeah.
The CC's team, and then the Merbs will forfeit their second last round pick.
CC's team is done, and Fair's team is done, so we're down to Catalyst now.
Surely you get those.
Well, the
dope dot. What else?
Oh, CC said he was done drafting, but okay then. I mean, alright then. How did alright, I'm confused. CC forego, he didn't pick a 7th round, his end of the 7th round pick. He picked Camel as a mascot and then picks Lays in the 8th. How does that even work?
Yeah, I don't know.
Rules wise, that's just a clusterfuck.
Don't worry about it.
Don't think about it.
Surely, if any NLTP captain tries these shenanigans, I will just boot them out of the league.
Get the PK captaincy in.
For sure.
Unreal.
All right, now's the time when we start
He'll have
distributing.
just as much trouble trying to find an NPC pick in NLTP as he did in MLTP.
Now we start distributing the sign-up forms, correct?
Is the draft done?
Not quite. Catalyst is up.
Okay, we'll wait.
We got 5 picks left currently. Will you scroll down on the draft order, J-Bay? God damn it.
That's.
Get to the end.
That's where my select region stops. I gotta reselect. Oh shit. Fuck.
You really don't have
slipped. Okay, here I am. Oof.
Degrees of Freedom selects the Bob 18. One of the nicest guys ever.
Oh yeah, love this pick.
Yeah, Bob's a great guy and a great pick. Glad to see him taken.
And he's not as washed as he says he is.
I feel like him talking about himself lowers his draft stock, but he really is a solid defender still. He can even play both positions pretty well. So, yeah.
Well, Liberty Caps forfeited their picks. I don't know if Boats and Hold are done or not. And then it'll be Booston as well. And Booston has the last pick of the draft, I believe, but you want to scroll down to confirm? Well, it is. Sure. And then as soon as they're done, the NLTP signups go out.
Oof. All right, so last few picks.
I think Boats and Hold are still picking.
ZZZ.
Opponent finally going here in the final round.
Good pick, good pick. Got that Gate Reg D. Did he pick Fuzzy?
The last pick will go to JJ.
Isn't opponent just going by Oppo now?
I think so.
Alright.
And the Raiders got another touchdown.
Nice, you too. Wonder how my fantasy teams are doing right now.
Terrible.
You're terrible.
I'm playing my brother in fantasy team, or in fantasy league.
JJ Poole with the final pick here, Mr. Irrelevant. Are we gonna see Boob Hat? Are we gonna see Campus Hippo? Or are we gonna see
Surely.
Dope?
I mean, when it comes to Tag Pro, you gotta gamble.
Dubstep maybe? What do we got here?
Take Koala.
Koala, mascot for 2 teams?
True.
Young Sinatra maybe? As the mascot?
It's really a question of who here is going to be guaranteed to not be banned from regionals.
JJ Poole has been like an advocate for keeping this thing on the roll, or on it, like keeping this draft going, but he's taking his sweet time with the final pick of the draft here.
Watch him forfeit the pick. After like 5 minutes, be like, nah, I can't figure anyone out. You're all bad.
He's trying to get a trade done, probably.
True. Trying to trade with some MLTP team, get their first overall pick.
What if we figure out a way to make that work?
Let's do it.
Oh, come on. Let's do this thing. Come on, JJ. Would really like to get the NLTP signups opened up and get this thing rolling.
Yeah. Just waiting to submit.
By the way, anybody that's still watching, the NLTP signups will open in now-ish. And then
JJ, please. We know they're done.
We know they're done, JJ. Fucking make your pick. And then
we know.
The big board will be up tomorrow with its first initial ratings, with the initial signups. So.
True. We got some good guys we got some good guys rating, am I right?
You didn't sign up, so I'm kind of sad.
Oh. I'll sign up. I'll do some ratings. I won't be Raider 1 anymore, but I'll do some ratings.
And with that, the NLTP signups are out.
Dope, Francis.
PK,
And that
give me that
includes the
link.
longest snake that has ever lived.
On our tag, bro, on our NLTP.
Pretty sure it's a meme that Dope Francis got picked. Then I did. Hello.
Wait, who? Dope Francis? I like Dope Francis as a pick. I think that's another high ceiling pick. He was playing B team. He's got the ability to hold the flag. The only thing that needs work is his decision making as an offender. But yeah, he was on that #1 seed Blockwork Orange team. So I'm gonna let you guys do your NLTP pitch. I will copy the copy the link in Twitch chat. Go ahead and do that. Get that sign up link in the Twitch chat if you can. Yeah, if you didn't get drafted, you want to play NLTP. NLTP is a league that everyone gets drafted. We've got 16 teams this time. We've got some good captains. If you want some good playing experience, if you want to take the jump to minors next season, if you want to just have some fun playing on a team, sign up for NLTP. I can confirm it was very, very, very good experience the 3 seasons I played. And it made me into what I am today. So if you're interested, go ahead and sign up for NLTP. It's really fun, I promise. And
It's absolutely the stepping stone to majors and minors.
Yeah, absolutely. So hopefully the links in chat, you guys can sign up. Smash that.
And our first
motherfucking
sign up
button.
is Akapuck.
Akapuck. Well, he's a captain. It's not really exciting me. Can
It's
you
gonna
tell me
happen,
the
hold
next?
Our second sign up is Freak.
Get that freak sign up in. There we go. All right.
Do you want to share the? Have you shared the signs with the rules committee?
Have I? Yeah.
Did you?
No name should have signed up on her.
All right.
As in like the results.
So for now.
Oh, the results. I don't think so.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and close up this stream because I'm a little tired. But NLTP inclusive league. We take everyone. We make you into good players. So from degree 1 to degree 301, come join NLTP. I don't know.
Dope,
Guys,
second sign up question.
That's pretty good.
go for it, dope. You can get that call up in.
I'm already signed up. I don't want to
There
be called
we
up.
go.
Just let me play.
You're the 4th sign up. The Dot was the 3rd sign up. We got ASAP, Poet, Jukdo. We're up to 7. Oh, that was 8. There's Squeeb.
Gotta share the responses with me.
Yeah, give me a sec. Come down the channel, I guess. Actually, we're off stream yet.
Nah.
Can we get off stream?
Yeah. See you guys.